Sorgi Squad, baseball fans, friends, Romans, all of you. Thank you for popping in. We got a friend next to us, baseball road tripper. We're going to have Erynn Johnson coming, joining us in a little bit, hopefully. We got an all-star game to watch, baseball road tripper.
It's finally here, the midpoint of the baseball season, and I am excited. I wish the Twins were a little bit higher in the standings, and I'm guessing that you wish the Brewers were just a little bit higher, but...
Yeah, a little bit, but competitive.
Yeah.
They're competitive.
Second place is better than fifth place, right?
Oh, man. And let's see, we both are in the AL and NL North divisions. So it's a struggle. It's a struggle. We do have an Erynn Johnson sighting. She's trying to figure out the technologies, and I don't blame her for having struggles. StreamYard is not exactly the easiest. We got Aiden Tempesta. Hey!
Aiden.
How is life? Happy Hodag.
What's up, Hodag? How you doing?
Cody Hankins.
From down south.
One of our resident Braves fans, I believe, correct?
Yup. Say connect as a profile picture.
Yes.
Just a few Braves in this all-star game.
Yep.
You think?
Yeah, including one former Brewer who is now on the Braves, who's starting Orlando Arcia. One of my favorites.
Nice. I'm going to... Oh, there she is! There she is! Finally, we meet Erynn Johnson. Finally, we meet.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
10,000%. Can you
How
hear
do I not hear double?
Oh, you're getting echo of some sort?
Yeah.
It's probably some sort of setting. What are you using as your mic?
Oh, it's because I have the YouTube one open.
That's okay. That's okay. We're all hearing Erynn fantastically. The only person who's having trouble hearing what's going on is Erynn, and that happens. I had that happen with an interview that I did earlier today, so I completely understand.
No, I can hear you if you can hear me.
Yeah,
outstandingly.
Okay.
So good to finally meet you, talk with you. We are now like the Midwest contingent of baseball YouTubers. All here. Finally.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
For who?
All of us.
Well, not for us.
Right, for the two of you, I haven't had a chance to watch any videos of anybody for like the last week, for the most part.
What have you been busy with?
Oh, a few things.
Mr. Author.
Mr. I can't officially announce anything yet about a new job, but so yeah. It's been kind of busy. It's been kind of busy. And in the midst of that craziness and busyness, Erynn Johnson, you got to see magic this weekend.
I did. I got something to show you from that. Well, to show everybody from that.
Oh, cool. So cool.
Game used ball from a no-hitter.
Wow.
That's awesome.
I think that beats Tony's first, what was it, last year, first pitch of the game, foul ball in Detroit. This has a no-hitter attached to it.
Nice. You've got a no-hitter ball, I think.
No, I'm a batting practice ball.
Yeah, it's a batting practice ball from the game, but not from the game itself.
I did not get the lineup card, and I was bummed.
I'm the only one in this group who has not seen a no-hitter.
Oh, man. It's all luck.
Yeah.
My question is, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, it's okay.
Does a combined no-hitter count as a no-hitter?
Heck yeah.
We can have a discussion on this for inning upon inning. But to me, it's a team game. Team accomplishment, yes. If you're the individual starting pitcher, when it comes to that piece, no, because it was a shared job. So
But it's harder. It can be more difficult to accomplish.
To an extent. True. Absolutely true.
As a fan, did you witness a team that got no hit?
Mm-hmm.
So you saw a no hitter.
And it wasn't, the A's, the Royals. One of the best offenses in baseball got no hit.
Exactly.
So it counts for something.
I mean, a no hitter's a no hitter.
Yeah.
It's a team game, team accomplishment. So
my dad texted me in like the 4th inning because we were sitting in different seats, and he was like, "It's like the 4th inning," and he goes, keep an eye on the Blue Jays RHE, and I was like, "What the heck does that? What is he talking about?" And I'm like, "What?" He goes, "Look up at the scoreboard," and I was like, "Oh," and I'm like, "It's the 4th inning." And then people started leaving in like the 5th or the 6th, and then I was looking, and I moved like closer behind home plate in like the 8th inning because I'm like, if they're gonna do this, I want the best view possible. And the last out was hit so softly, and everybody in the park was like on pins and needles if they were gonna make the play or not. And it was awesome.
That is incredible.
Yeah.
That is incredible. Right now they're putting out the flag in center field as, forgive me as I mispronounce the name because I'm not as hip in terms of music. So Kiana Lead, or is it Lee Day, is singing the national anthem. And I think we're probably midway. We don't have the sound up for it because we don't want to get copyrighted. But to the no-hitter discussion, I mean, we were insanely blessed to watch it in 2021. I don't know if you had a chance to see it, Erynn. I don't know if that's shared.
Which one?
When we were in Cleveland.
Yeah. Burns Hater combined.
Stadium 13 for us. First time ever in Cleveland. We're just going to check one off the stadium check mark. We catch a no-hitter.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's incredible.
There was a bunch of people. So it was Riley Green bobblehead day too. And like it was so ironic because he comes off the injured list and on the day of his bobblehead. And then there's people in the stands after the game, and they're all like searching the rows. People were looking for ticket stubs. And it's crazy that that's the world that we're in, that ticket stubs are like, so hard to come by. So I'm walking and I'm looking for one, and there's one sitting on the ground and it's flipped over, and I'm like, and it was wet. I'm like, oh no.
Oh man.
But I picked it up, and it's not good enough to have them because it's like kind of faded. It's not good enough to have them sign it, but to have that, it dried, and it was, so I have that. My buddy ended up getting a lineup card. I asked Juan for it, and he was like, "I'm so sorry, somebody got to it before you." I was like, nah, you're fine. So
nice.
So
go ahead.
Riley Green got called back up. Who did you guys cut loose? Former Twins great, Jonathan Schoop.
Former Brewers great,
yeah.
Jonathan Schoop.
That was about 2 months, 3 months, a year too late. Because ever since he signed his contract extension, he has not done anything. But that's typically how it tends to roll.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
He's super nice. He's one of the nicest, most down-to-earth people. And it stinks because I never saw him sign autographs inside, but I got him twice outside this year. I've gotten him 3 times, and all 3 times it's been outside. And he's always been super nice, and
Good dude.
so it was
Good
hard.
dude. We have
was
commenters. Go ahead.
He was Miggy's buddy, so that part of me was like really sad.
Aiden Tempesta is telling us that he will be back after trying to become the next Pete Weber or Jason Belmonte on the
best Mookie or next Mookie Betts.
Ooh, yeah.
The bowler. Yep.
Aiden's great.
We have ELS Train Tuber. Hey there. Happy Hodag commenting about, yes, RHE. And we'll have to discuss the no-hitter jinx or not jinx at some point tonight on our topic list. But Harrison Sawyer mentioning a bit of an issue.
Yeah, it's not good.
Rays players getting skipped for all-star announcements. That's not nice.
I think it was an inside job. I think the Rays wanted that to happen because they're on quite a bit of a skid going into the All-Star break. So this is their fuel that no one believes in them, and really it was an inside job by the Rays players themselves.
The two men who have retired jerseys and statues in Seattle, Edgar Martinez and Ken Griffey Jr., maybe not statues, but at least retired jerseys.
I believe statues. I know for sure Griffey does when I was out there, and I think that they put an Edgar one out there.
Both of them are about to throw out the first pitch.
Those two take me back to when I remember watching the Mariners as a kid. Dang good players.
90s. That 95 team that basically saved the franchise.
Yes.
Because otherwise they were going to be the Tampa Bay Rays, if you will.
And Randy Johnson on the team, too.
Oh.
Ooh.
I mean, between then and 2001,
yep,
they could have won a couple of World Series if the Yankees hadn't been in the way.
Jay Buhner, John Olerud, they had some players.
They were loaded. Absolutely loaded.
That pitch is a bit high.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, not some of the worst we've seen.
Yeah.
You guys are a little delayed. I hear your commentary after I've already seen it.
Do you have the live feed going off of Fox?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we have it, we watch on Sling. What do you have, Tony?
I have the live feed too, so I'm a little bit ahead.
Are you sitting on the floor, Tony?
No, just on my bed.
It's a little bit of a joke we got because he got no chairs in his apartment.
Nice. Yeah, we're stuck with Sling because here in the palatial Sorgi estate in the basement studios, we cannot get the TV feed directly.
Yeah, I don't know why it's not working, but
I couldn't get the Derby yesterday.
Oh,
I felt like I was hanging out with Mr. Nick the Legend to watch the Derby last night. He'll probably be in the chat at some point. And he was here. I'm just gonna flip that there. Okay. We have someone in the chat, Jose, saying
hi, Jose.
So good to see you, Jose.
It's my bestie right there.
But yeah, so I felt like they missed a couple homers last night. It seemed like they did not get every single one.
Oh, it was terrible.
Yeah.
Well, I was watching on. So I tried to watch on ESPN, and then it was like, you can't. This is restricted.
Yeah.
Now we had a cryogenically frozen face of Joe Davis on our screen. So
I was trying to watch on a third-party site, and that was working fine, and then it just quit. And then I tried to buy ESPN, and I bought ESPN, and then it was like, this, you can't get this. After I bought it.
You're taking over ESPN? What?
I'm like, I bought the subscription. Yeah, $9.99, by the way.
I'm like,
so I think I got suckered into paying $9.99 and not getting anything out of it.
I was going to say, are you outbidding NBC and Peacock for the rights to ESPN?
Yep.
Man.
That YouTube money coming in handy.
Well, it'll be all baseball all the time, I'm sure. We'll have to check this and redo Sling here for you. But, okay, we've got that. Let me turn off the sound so that we're not getting copyrighted here. What was I going to say here before we were so rudely interrupted by Chromecast? Yes. Here's the question I had. We were discussing this earlier.
We discussed a lot of things earlier.
Is Ken Griffey Jr.
Oh yeah, we just did say this.
an all-time top 10 position player?
Oh,
I can't answer that.
Commenters, tell us what you think. Does Griffey get top 10 all-time among position players?
I would say yes, especially without the injuries, because that swing and what he was projected to do was unreal. And as soon as he got out to Cincinnati, things started to break down, but he was dang good.
I was going through the list yesterday when we were discussing it.
Yeah.
And you were arguing yes.
Well, I was arguing that he's on the border.
And I think that I would put him there as well, because the guys I know I'd put ahead of him, and I'm not going to count anyone who's been busted for steroids, because that's a whole other discussion. So for those who disagree, I completely respect and understand that. But Ruth, Erynn, and Mays definitely above him. I'd put Stan Musial ahead of him. I'd put Ted Williams ahead of him. And then you start to get into a class where he might be in competition.
Yeah.
You're talking guys like Frank Robinson, Mickey Mantle, who I think Griffey was better. He was better than Mickey Mantle, which is crazy to think. Someone who I think is in that class that many people don't think of, Ricky Henderson.
Yeah.
I put him in that class because his ability to change games by base stealing is unlike anything I'd ever seen in baseball before since. He was, I forget who had said it, but it's a run a game with Ricky's presence. He's back. But then guys like...
He probably also holds the record for most times a player has said his own name, too.
And called himself the greatest.
Yep.
I think overdoing it to the point of beyond Muhammad Ali. John Jansen, our favorite Cardinals fan.
Cardinals.
Hey, we never discriminate against good people with bad taste.
Fair enough. I'm a Tigers fan, and you see where that's gotten me the last.
But there's no
15
rivalry
years.
between our teams. It's just sort of there when we play each other once every X number of years.
Yeah.
You
And not
know,
once a year, but
if we had some sort of consistency, the Central would be ours. And I don't want to hear it from the Twins fan in this call.
You just basically said the thing that any AL Central team could argue.
Not the Royals.
If we had,
I hope
even the Royals, like if any team had consistency, they would be winning probably either of the Central divisions.
yes, because if the Cardinals had consistency, they'd probably dominate. I'm frankly going to say, I think, as much as I hate to admit this, right now it's the Reds to lose. When you add that piece of Ellie De La Cruz, and you're 23-7?
Yeah.
Or something close to that, with him added to the roster?
Yeah.
That's MVP status.
Yeah. At some point, I think they're going to cool down eventually, but the Brewers need to take the series in Cincinnati this weekend. We're tied for 6th in the wild card, and we are a game back of the Reds. So they need to get something done this weekend in Queen City.
I am scared, and I'm very glad that we have this problem, especially after what the two of you have discussed. But I am scared this year is going to turn into a repeat of what we faced last year, where it's head-to-head between the Brewers and the Phillies for the final playoff spot, and we're the only Brewers fans in Philadelphia. but it's okay.
Well, now, but the Giants they have their name in there as well. The Giants, I think I feel like if the Brewers can win the division, I feel decently confident about playing a team like the Phillies or the Giants at Miller Park for 3 games.
Yeah.
But going on the road to Cincinnati scares me.
Good luck.
Obviously, recently they haven't had much of a home field advantage, but since Ellie De La Cruz has come up, it's been more. The fans are showing up. It's a little bit more, it seems like. So, yeah.
Absolutely.
The LA De La Cruz effect is real.
Yeah.
And I would say that about the Riley Green effect because, it's kind of the same. But the Tigers aren't consistent enough. And games that we should be winning, we don't. Like losing a series to the Oakland Athletics. And,
You did too.
They're secretly, terrible. But at the same time, they're beating all the good teams.
Yeah.
And then, we absolutely tee off against good pitchers, but then we face somebody who's 1-7 with a 13 ERA and we get shut out for 7 innings. Doesn't make any sense.
To answer the question about Yost, we are waiting for confirmation on either way about him coming or not. I thought he was coming, but I was incorrect. I was mistaken. It is a TBD situation. Hopefully he can join us. If not, we totally understand.
We have the NL batting order.
Who we got?
Acuna, Freeman, Betts, Martinez, Arenado, Arias. Murphy, Carroll, and Arcia.
Oh, that's a good question. What do we got for predictions tonight?
Ooh, Tony Hankins with a question.
I got American League.
Yeah.
Homer.
I have to be the realist of the building, even as a National League guy. Yeah, I think it's American League.
Yeah, I got
9 in a row already. Going for 10 in a row.
I'm gonna call something crazy.
Okay.
Tie.
Thank you, bud. You had to remind us it happened in Milwaukee. You had to remind us it was our former owner. Thanks. ELS Trade Tuber saying NL winning 3-2.
I would love it.
Jose mentioning, forget the Tigers A's game. Tigers should not have struggled that much. Same thing for the Brewers. Same thing for the Braves. All those teams that opened beaten series.
Yeah, it makes me feel a little bit better that the Braves did, but I don't know. That got me depressed.
We empathize. Derpy Entertainment, depressed watching most of the Texas Rangers starting lineup. Yeah. Cannot wait to lose the National League embarrassingly. At the same time, Atlanta is like the one team in the NL that is ridiculously legit, as you said this morning.
Yeah, I think they have 60 wins. And we were talking about how they they're the only team in the NL that I say this team is World Series caliber. The Diamondbacks are good as well, but I feel like the Braves are a pretty safe bet if you're betting on who's going to go to the World Series.
By far. CJ, let's get this thing underway. Let's go. Let's get this party started. And probably already is on your screens because you're ahead of us. That's okay. All right. First inning discussion point here.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
I think he's ahead of us.
Oh, he's ahead of us. He's way ahead.
Garcia.
Way ahead of us. Are we talking first pitch?
Second.
Oh, boy.
I missed when the Tigers had 6 guys in there, but that was also the time that we should have won a World Series but didn't.
What, you never had any really good pitchers that all made it at the same time, did you?
Nah. Glad to be
So,
able.
you four are the party?
Yes. Oh yeah.
Deep
Oh yeah.
and a great play by Adolis Garcia.
Ooh.
No, it'd really be a party if Comerica Chris was here.
Uh-oh. Well, we have a Comerica Chris Shattuck.
Comerica Chris is at work.
Hey,
Okay.
Cardinals fans, how are you feeling with Randy Arozarena and Adolis Garcia?
I saw the picture of them last night, and I said that just makes me happy to see.
Enjoy it, CJ. Enjoy it. Enjoy that team that just stole from Milwaukee. No. None of us were born. We weren't.
Is this an ump cam we got?
They can do experiments they can't do in the regular season. I appreciate that.
Wow.
Go outside the
The
box.
American League is just making plays out there. They're outfielders.
Don't be a spoiler.
It's not a regular game. I'm not as worried, but Erynn, I can
And I'm
understand.
sorry, but it's both the former Cardinals prospects that are making plays out there. Bummer.
Yeah, I like this cam. I'd like to see it too, especially when it comes to balls and strikes. It may not be super clear because the ump's head is moving all the time, but I think it could at least give an inkling.
You guys hear that? Do I have any sound coming through?
Yep, we can hear you. Oh man, we're seeing ridiculous catches in the outfield, man. This whole game.
No, like I turned the volume on the game. Did you hear that?
No.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay. Just want to make sure nobody's getting copyrighted.
Yeah. I've been dealing with a ton of that in terms of learning how not to be, not only in terms of the YouTube world, but now the written scribe world. It's even more maniacal.
You're on breaking copyright law. Take that, Ohio State.
Jose, an amazing start to the game. Yes. How it will turn out mid-game.
So another just talking point that I want to say, one of the local sports radio stations, Sports Radio WIP.
Uh-oh. We're being interrupted by Big Love Bob.
That's okay. He's an exception.
We're just about to the 10-year anniversary, Big Love Bob.
Hey, we're just about to the 40-year anniversary of when the Tigers last won the World Series, so
we're about to the never.
Did I do that math correctly?
We're almost to the. Let me do some quick math here.
Yeah, it's like 66 years since our towns won a World Series.
Yeah, but it's only been 2 years since the Bucks won a championship.
Boom.
So
we'll take it.
That's good.
We got that.
Better than Minneapolis.
Now you got the Minnesota Lynx winning some titles, though, right?
Yeah.
What is that? Girls basketball?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, we love watching the women's game. We've done some visits in women's games.
Not WNBA.
No, there's no franchise in Milwaukee.
I've tried to watch the WNBA a couple times, and I'm just like, I don't know. I can't get with it. It's not as entertaining.
Yeah, it's worse than the Maple Leafs in the Stanley Cup, Hayden. It's worse than that. Yes, ELS train tuber. Sadness.
Yeah.
Sadness. That World Series destroyed my childhood. If Raleigh Fingers was healthy, we would have won that thing in 5. We would have won that thing in 5 instead we lose in 7.
Aiden, I have my Flyers shirt on under this right now. Go Flyers.
And Minnesota's never won a Stanley Cup.
That's
no Stanley Cup and no Super Bowl.
That is ridiculous.
I don't really mind the second one.
The Rangers have 5 out of the 9 starting batting order spots.
That's loaded. I'm trying to think.
I mean-
Is the same freeway between Atlanta and North Texas? Yeah, that'd be the I-20 series.
AL batting order: Semien, Ohtani, Rosarena, Seager, Diaz, Garcia, Rutschman, Jung, and Heim.
Harvey's wall bangers.
Oh, yeah.
82 Brewers, baby.
Who had the D-backs in first place? Anyone?
I had them in second to last, I want to say. But also the Reds being absolutely atrocious.
I have another talking point. Who had the AL Central all under 500 at the All-Star break?
That's like one of those things where you say in a tweet, I want you to tell me about this particular thing. Wrong answers only. I did.
I mean, that's the only reason that Tiger's Twitter hasn't given up hope, because I mean, we're, I think, 5 games out or 5.5.
Yeah. I have to say, Aiden, I agree. Let's go Michkov coming over hopefully soon from Russia. It's a new era for the Flyers, and everyone I know here is excited about
Please
it.
defect. So. We're not fans of Vladimir Putin, so yeah.
But we like the player. He's good. He's a good player.
You didn't hear about Putin's latest move in terms of trying to bring mega sports events to Russia?
No, I didn't.
I told you this, but and this is a long-running joke. You see, Sochi, Russia hosts Olympic Games. Sochi, Russia hosts World Cup. Sochi, Russia hosts G8 Summit. Next, Sochi hosts Pro Bowl. And after that, the NHL All-Star Game.
The home run derby.
Except it is Team Putin versus Team Putin's mistress. And if Team Putin loses, they go to Siberia. Okay, enough of my dad jokes. Sorry about that.
As he has been called on ESPN commercials, the baseball angel is up to the plate, Shohei Ohtani.
Thoughts?
Aiden asked me a question.
Okay.
Oh, right there.
Has Erynn seen the Tigers homer celebration? Yes, I have. It's all right.
What? I didn't think that you'd be able to see that because you don't hit home runs. That's why they moved.
I think I got to see it while I was I forget the stadium, like Turgid Field or something. Javier Baez hit one 3-run shot a few sections over from me, and I got to see it. It's not. I like how some of the other ones are incorporated, like the city and stuff. Theirs is just kind of random, but I mean, it's all right.
If the NL hits a home run, it's coming on.
As long as the hot dog eating championship stays safe, I am cool. I do not see those moving to any major locale like Paris or Kathmandu, Nepal.
I would watch a baguette eating competition. How many meters of baguette do you think you could eat, Jay?
I need to eat fewer of them anyway. And here's the thing. Baguettes are ridiculously popular in Philly. What do you think they put cheesesteaks on?
Yeah.
Whoa, they put cheesesteaks on an Amoroso roll.
Well, yeah, that too, but...
Well, what are we talking about? It's an Amoroso roll, buddy.
There are so many rolls they put it on.
Are cheesesteaks really that good? Like, are they different in Philly?
Oh, yeah.
It's like food haiku.
Yeah.
It's an art form.
That is a single for the American League.
Yeah.
Tony, did you see that?
Base.
I'll be right back. I'm going to grab some water.
Deal. Cheesesteaks, yes, are an absolute art form here because you've got so many different styles of it. You've got the different cheeses that everyone individually loves. And two of them are not even really cheese. It's Cheese Whiz or American.
Yep.
And the third is provolone, which I personally love.
Better.
Down goes a Rosarena. Ooh. Man. I'm so late to the party.
It's okay. It's funny because it's like significantly delayed, but I like hearing your reaction. So I'm here for it.
After the fact. Oh, he hit him in the face. I love it.
Even Jose said the delay.
The delay, I know.
Jose's actually a new baseball fan. He's a friend of mine and
sweet.
very, very new baseball fan. So
Glad to entertain Jose. And that's so cool you're coming out of the game. The great game. Never tried a cheesesteak in your life. Well, I think where you are, you don't have the expert opportunity. But yeah, two of the three most well-known cheeses that you put on a cheesesteak aren't cheese. They're just immensely tasty and good when they become meltified.
It's kind of like any like really regional or specialty city or country food. Like when I went down to Mexico City, like I had to get the tacos down there. Could I find tacos in other locations, even like LA or close to home? Yeah, there's some really good ones, but there's something special about eating the local cuisine that's like well known and started there and kind of owes all of its popularity to that location. And even having the vegan version of the Philly cheesesteak that we had. Yeah.
Yes. And we are taking our friends, fellow YouTubers, by the way, who are coming into town there, I think tomorrow, based on our experience. So way to go. Way to go.
who's coming into town?
Steven and Andy. They are not in the sports world. So that's going to be an interesting work to get them into sports, I guess, but they're awesome anyway. Really good people. And yes, we're going to have to double team and make sure that we get Erynn to the finest cheesesteak places in this town. And
Is
yes.
Aiden from Philly?
What's up?
Is Aiden in Philly?
Aiden is nearby. He's in Northeast Pennsylvania.
Up by Scranton.
Yep.
Up by the office.
At least he's not over in Minnesota.
And Big Love Bob, I had a Juicy Lucy, my first ever one so far, at Target Field. I did not have it at Matt's. I did not have it at any of the other traditional Twin City spots, but I had it at Target Field. Ridiculously good.
And there's a really good song called Juicy Lucy by Sunny Knight and the Lakers. And it mentions all of the big places in town in Minneapolis that serve it and made it popular. I would recommend the song while eating it. Okay, Erynn, I was going to ask you, what do you think is more Detroit? And if there's even a more Detroit food, let me know. Do you think it's Detroit-style pizza, or do you think it's the Detroit-style coney dog? Like, what is the most Detroit food?
Little Caesars. I'm kidding.
But are you? It's kind of true.
If you want the most Detroit, yet the most anti-Detroit at the same time, Little Caesars. Now, I would say pizza, but I feel like pizza's more like New York. But when you think Detroit, you think a lot of people might think Detroit style pizza, and not necessarily coney dog might not come to mind.
I mean, Detroit style pizza is now all over the country. It's become a thing, and it's really good. Really good.
Or, as Bob has said, Samaritos. I have to introduce you guys to some of those.
Ooh.
Those are my dog approves of those, so they're pretty good.
We will have to get you when you go to Milwaukee next time. All of the great cheese curds and frozen custard.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's what we talking about. Ice cream. What's ice cream? I don't.
Cheese curds are where it's at.
Yeah.
Oh, the fried stuff, world class. Good cheese curds in general.
Someone
Go ahead.
Someone asked what a Juicy Lucy was.
Stick the cheese in between, and correct me if I'm incorrect, but stick the cheese in between two very thin patties and grill it that way, and then give yourself about 5-10 minutes before you eat it so you don't burn your face off.
Yep. And with those patties, you're going to want to crimp them on the side so the cheese doesn't escape. And it's like a cheese volcano that can sometimes explode on your face, but you'll still be happy.
But
I was so bummed. I was supposed to try that in Minnesota, but I didn't. Because I don't know why. I just wasn't hungry or something, and now I am regretting my decision. But it just gives me a reason to go back.
Also Milwaukee, Cops, burgers, and frozen custard. Still my favorite burger.
The frozen custard is the best I've ever had.
Is that a place in the stadium, or is that like a different place to eat? Like a separate place to eat?
It's like three. There are 3 locations around the city, not in the stadium. Yeah. North suburbs in Glendale.
Yeah, Glendale.
Brookfield, and Greendale.
Oh yeah, Greendale. I forgot about the Greendale one.
Yeah, that's the one we went to last time.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. We will venture slightly because we have requests into college football talk, but we'll keep it quick because we got baseball people here.
So Pat Fitzgerald, originally a 2-week suspension for him, the Northwestern head coach, longtime head coach. 2-week suspension for hazing allegations with the team, and that has now turned into a firing after the Daily Northwestern, I'm going to say, their student newspaper, had another whistleblower bring allegations, and the school's president saw that and said, yeah, he's gone. So defensive coordinator is now running operations for the football team.
And that's because the kid, if you don't know Erynn, it loves college football and even more loves connecting with college football YouTube.
That's also because I was just watching SportsCenter about 2 hours ago, so they were talking about it.
Right.
There's been a lot of, it's been mainly the college basketball side, but a lot of big name coaches are going down in this offseason due to some not on the field issues. And
Bob Huggins.
But nowhere near as bad as Pat Fitzgerald.
Yeah.
No. It's yikes.
Back to the food discussion here. Oh my gosh. I never saw that at the T-Rats game that we've been to. A grilled cheese, bacon cheeseburger.
Ooh, that sounds like a diabetes waiting to happen.
Amen. Well, that's Milwaukee. That's Wisconsin food in general.
That
Tony?
should be their new city slogan. Diabetes waiting to happen.
Let alone Philly.
Tony, did you see that?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
The Twins could have that, but
Hey, the guy that we got in return is also an all-star, so
every team has to have one. So
he was our second.
Sorry, Happy Hodak. Had I known about that, we would have informed you. We know people that work those games, so but we haven't been back though.
Yeah. Can we just have a little bit of Jersey talk here?
Here's a little bit of a tease. We're gonna have a lot of Jersey talk here.
Yeah.
And not necessarily today completely, but we'll throw in a little bit.
I just need to say that the NL's dark pants are just weird.
We're wearing black pants with a navy jersey. Go ahead, Erynn.
It's hard to tell because it looks green. I know the American League one is like a greenish blue kind of. It's
the teal. Yep.
I wish, like, I understand why they do it, but like, I miss the old, like, wearing your team's jersey. You know.
Yeah. We had a comment about that earlier. Who had that? But I'm absolutely on board with you with that. And I'm a big believer. Tony Hankins talked about it. I'm a big believer in switching back to the way it was in the 90s, in the early 2000s, where for the home run derby and for like the All-Star Monday festivities, they wore these specialized jerseys and they wore their team jerseys during the games.
Yeah.
The only other thing I can think that could be cool is if they still kept those teams' jerseys, but turned it into the colors of the host teams. But literally everything else would like stay the same. You'd have like the dark and the light, but maybe that could be a way. But I just don't like this too uniform look.
They are very like they're very close in like color combination. I get it.
League reminds me of like the Oregon Nike of the college football in like the 2000s. There's a little bit of the neon on the Nike swoosh and like a little bit too cheesy color.
I have a question. Oh, it's discussing something else, so you can say, and then I have another talking point.
AL wears red, NL wears blue, and they use the team like fonts and everything.
Yeah, I agree.
I can see either one. We got another no score inning. We're zip in the mid-second.
What do you guys think about going back to? Do you guys like the current format of the Derby or the old format?
Current.
I see the reason for the current. I think sometimes it feels like there are too many nooks and crannies to it.
Yeah.
Just keep it simpler. But I get why it is the way it is.
It's a little conflicting because I like the old one because I feel like, you know, when you have an out limit, you're not just like swinging at everything, trying to have everything out. You're taking pitches and you're more decisive about what you're going to swing at. Now, this, I feel like you can't, it's so hard to watch because they can't foul the ball because by the time they hit one, they're already being pitched another one and they're swinging at that one. So, and I feel like they kind of just like swing at everything and they get more tired. But I don't know. I like I like both.
New one has a lot more home runs, and also like I feel it was nice because it was easier to compare players when you had 10 outs because you could say, oh, they took the same amount of effort essentially. But if we were to go back and look at that, especially in a complete home run derby, the amount of takes that happened, we would watch that now and be like, just get to the point, because there was a lot of takes and it would be very long.
Yeah, wasn't there like one that ended like, I think they were talking about Vlad Sr. and I could be wrong, so don't quote me on this, but like after Vladdy won it last night, they're saying his dad won it and the score was like 3-2. I'm like, 3 home runs to 2? Like, what happened?
I think this is a situation where having a clock is much more advantageous than having a clock in actual games.
Yes.
That should be our trade. We are willing to have the current home run derby format if you give us the old game format.
Yes.
Erynn, we haven't heard your thoughts on it. Go ahead.
My thoughts on what?
The pitch clock.
Oh. So it's kind of funny you asked that because I had somebody tell me, they were like, oh, it's been in the minor leagues. You've been going to minor league games the last couple of years and you haven't, like, you're complaining about the pitch clock now, but like it was in the minor leagues. I never knew, because like I went to a couple high A games and I never like noticed the difference. Like I never paid it. I never even saw it. Never knew. Never paid attention. And the thing I don't like is like, I understand why they do it, but I feel like something needs to be a little different, because I feel like it's almost too fast. Because you get up, you go get food, and you can miss 2 innings of the game.
Yep.
But for like, I also don't like trying to, when people try to mess with the game, like the whole robo umps thing. I don't like that. I don't even like that idea. I like what AAA does, and probably the whole minor leagues, how you can challenge a call.
Sure.
I like that because, that's
It's instant.
There's, it's instant, and you're not waiting on anything. But the human aspect of it, I mean, it's part of the game, but I do feel like umps have gotten significantly worse this year, and I don't know what it is.
Diaz goes yard.
Yeah. I'll say that the only thing I don't like about the Derby is the fact I don't get why there is a bonus, the 30-second bonus. Like, just add that into your time. Like, that is kind of pointless to me.
Yeah.
I get the other 30-second bonus, or just make it a full. If you hit 2 440s or whatever they want to do, you get a minute bonus. You get that extra minute on there. Like that, I feel like that would be better than just having a 30-second bonus that everyone gets, whether they deserve the bonus or not. On the pitch clock, I'll say, to your point, Erynn, I went to Phillies Padres last year. It was Kids Weather Day.
Not the playoffs.
Yeah. Kids Weather Day in May. And the ice cream lines there were there were kids in my class who waited 3 innings. Now, my group, we actually like baseball. The other ones were just kids that didn't really care and just wanted food. So we sat in line for about a half inning and said, yeah, we're out. Now, imagine taking that half inning and turning it into a full inning. People would be missing, if you double that time of game. You're talking about missing 5-6 innings. Like, and we went to a game in Baltimore.
Yeah.
And it went 240. This year we went to a game in Baltimore, 240. I was like, okay, that's not bad. But if it gets 230 or under, I just can't do it. At Miller Park, Sunday's game, 2 hours and 4 minutes. Time for shorter.
Yeah, wasn't there one this year recently? It was like an hour, and it was under 2. It was like an hour 51 or something like that. Now, the thing I do enjoy, I went back in April. I went to a Tigers, dare I say, Cleveland Indians doubleheader, and and it was cold. Like, it was bitter cold, and I like the pitch clock during those games.
Get in the warmth as fast as possible. I could see that.
Me and the other 150 fans that were in the stadium. But it's.
Yeah, I mean, to me, I think there's a balancing act. It's proving to bring more people into the house.
Yeah.
There's an 8% rise in attendance at Major League games. They've got to do that. I completely get the why. To me, I would say add maybe 2 to 3 seconds to the clock. It's not going to make a gigantic difference. It may add a few more minutes to the game. More so, 2 points. 1, give the umps discretion to not create the Cody Bellinger Cubs-Dodgers tribute situation where he's getting a standing ovation and then gets busted by an ump for the pitch clock. I mean, that's just maniacal.
Yeah.
Well, that's also can be a little bit of a power trip there.
Yeah,
like,
agreed. But then there's the point too. To me, it's like the punishment of a ball or strike called is overboard.
Agreed.
I'd prefer seeing like a foul system in basketball, where if you commit too many violations, you're out of the game. But you should not have any chance that a game ends on a pitch clock violation.
Yeah.
We've all heard the
Yeah, that's
worst case scenario of Game 7 of the World Series decided by a pitch clock violation.
Yeah.
And I would think that umpires would have a little more discretion in those moments, but they're being told by Major League Baseball, you got to call it to the letter.
And on the topic of playoffs, not to that kind of insane, serious, terrible part, but remember those games that have gone in past years, playoff games that go 4.5 hours? Like, I mean, those are some of the best games.
Game 7, Indians versus Cubs.
Yeah. I mean, just some of those games were so great to watch. The longer,
That's your point, kid.
the longer, the better to me.
I agree.
And I hate how it's so quick. I'm just loathing the idea of playoff baseball with the game going 2 hours.
I also think
What I-
it's a quick knee-jerk reaction by MLB and Rob Manfred. I understand that they have to grow the game and get people back in the seats, but is it really something that is going to grow the game long-term and get young people, get people from kind of the neighborhoods that don't have money, that have been kind of neglected by MLB? Is it going to get those people back into the stadium? Is it going to actually be teaching people and reinforcing the idea of baseball over it being a glorified bar? And is it going to grow? Is it going to grow the game? But we've seen World Baseball Classic that doesn't have this time constraint, and that's been some of the best baseball and highest attended baseball, highest rated baseball, and it's also really growing the game in those neighborhoods, in those countries. So maybe we should look in the mirror and kind of realize America maybe needs to learn from those countries rather than make something new for everyone.
I feel like they're trying to change too much to appeal, and it's like once you start changing this and and you eventually don't have the same game anymore. And
Yeah.
it's like that meanwhile you're trying to change things that might draw people away at the same time. So it's like trying to find that fine line of like, what works and what doesn't work, like the standing ovation situation. Like that's let the guy have his moment.
Yep.
By the way,
And
who's pitching Erynn? Just I can't quite tell.
somebody that the Tigers, I think, beat this year when they were in the tournament. I like giving him a hard time if you guys can't tell. Now, what I'm curious about is, do we agree with the runner on second situation?
Interruption. Warning. There will be a Yost Malone sighting.
That is super exciting. And I think,
yep,
if I can tell in his little profile picture, he's wearing the correct team's gear.
Even more Midwest.
Excellent. For those who are just joining us, that guy over in that direction is Tony Votto, otherwise known as Baseball Road Tripper. We've got Erynn Johnson below us. We are Sorgi Stories. Everyone, thank you for joining us. Hit that like button. Subscribe to all 3 of our channels. You are going to find collaborative videos between those other 2 people on their channels, which I apologize for not having watched because I've been kind of busy with the new job. So
That's a good. That's a solid excuse. I'll give you that this time.
I gotta say, but make sure to check out Greater Than the Games Volume 1 MK 2028 on Amazon today.
We will be working. It is the okay. I'll do this bragging. It is the #1 new Olympics release on Amazon right now.
Woo!
Which means it's like 15 copies. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. We've had a lot of people, from what I can tell, buy.
You gotta start somewhere, don't you?
Exactly.
Like we all started from somewhere, and
exactly.
I mean, none of the rest of us have a published book, so you're the only author in the group.
Volume 5 will be Twin Cities 2040, and Volume 6 will be Detroit 2044. So, back to our discussion of runners on second.
No, I'll give my opinion since I posed the question.
Okay.
I do not like it.
Thank you.
I think that of anything, because it's like, well, I don't like it, but it may be more so because every time my team gets into extra innings, they can never score that guy and then end up losing. But I feel like more times than not, that runner does come around to score, and I get they're trying to speed the game up. But I mean, even if you just like changed it and you put the guy on first, I mean, I just don't like it because it, even though it counts as an unearned run, it just doesn't. I don't know.
Yeah, truth.
Yeah.
Welcome back, Aiden.
The other thing I'll say is, so I feel like I'm the same way with pitch clock. When the Brewers are playing and the other team has a pitch clock violation, I'm incredibly happy. When the other team benefits from a runner on second, I'm incredibly mad. But when my team benefits from it, I'm incredibly happy. It's one of those things where, like, he'll get on me because there's a pitch clock violation. I'm like, yeah, let's go. Come on, I like it. Give him another one because it helps my team. But overall, I don't like it. It's annoying.
And yet you're the same guy that when the Brewers beat the Phillies on an Angel Hernandez bad call on a pitch, you're like, this win just doesn't feel right.
It doesn't feel right. That's true.
I don't. That's the one rule that, like, every time, that and when you walk a guy and you're down by a run, or you walk the tying run and then the guy up to bat hits a home run to take the lead, and then your team ends up tying it, and then you go into extra innings and you can't score that runner. Well, it's quite, I don't know, just take it away or do something different.
And there's
Rob, another Philadelphia and metro area baseball fan, YouTuber, nailing it. No playoffs.
There's 2 reasons why. It's theoretically a pitcher could lose a game while still pitching a perfect game, which is just dumb. And then, just like Rob said, if it's not good enough for the playoffs, then I extrapolate that. Why would it be good enough in the regular season? Japanese league, it's great that they have their thing, and then they can even end in a tie. If you really go after 12 innings and no one wins, and you want to save the arms and not have position players pitching.
The problem is, though, it's all about marketing. They're making these rules for marketing.
Right, but and that's also the other thing is that MLB was like, well, there's going to be more offense. Well, for the most part, these guys aren't scoring on like super offensive plays. It's usually a dink and then like a small base hit or a couple sacrifice flies. Ooh, that's really going to bring in the youths. Oh man, did you see that sacrifice walk-off fly last night?
It's about in the game. That's all it is.
There's an example that I have when the Tigers and the Athletics a couple series ago.
Sounds like
it was
a
0-0. You know what? I don't want to hear it. So you threw off my train of thought. 0-0.
Bring the Verners, Tony. Bring the Verners, Erynn. Go ahead.
But yeah, we'll get into that. the Detroit style pizza and the Verners. So it's 0-0 going into the ninth, and the Tigers had like a mini bullpen game, except they only used one guy out of their bullpen because their starter, that was first came off the IL, so he pitched like 4 innings, and then pitcher comes out of the bullpen, throws 5 shutout innings. I think the Athletics had like 1 hit, and go into the 10th inning, and that runner on second scores on a 2-out, 2-strike, really shallow ground ball hit up the middle. And of course the Tigers don't score. So we lose 1-0 on an unearned run for a team that had 2 hits, and our pitcher gets the loss after allowing an unearned run. And it's like that game. That's one example I have that I don't like it, because these pitchers get these, their stats are so flawed because of circumstances like this.
If Big Love Bob says it perfectly. If you want a shorter experience at the ballpark, leave.
Anthony, you're our resident stats man, right?
Somewhat.
Can you look up historically, has there ever been a case where both teams in back-to-back innings throw out a starting pitcher with the same last name?
Sadly, I do not have any device to do that with.
Yes,
right
you
now.
do.
Oh, well, he does. He has a phone that. My laptop that we usually use for streaming is currently at the computer repair store, so we're using his.
What'd you do? Spill Kool-Aid on it?
No, the charging port is loose. It seems like, so it doesn't charge. Has there?
I wonder who got you that, Verners. Want to give a little shout out?
Shout out to my connection in Detroit area. I can't name any names because I think they want to remain anonymous, but maybe go check out her channel and subscribe.
Very possibly. Very possibly. Yeah, I think. Oh, so you got it from my peeps out there, Audra Kubat in Detroit?
Mm-hmm.
No. In all seriousness, great musical artist, Erynn. If you ever want to check out good live music in Detroit, Audra Kubat is not only a world-class like acoustic artist in Detroit, but a ridiculously good human being, very community-oriented, very much about trying to uplift people. She runs a house in Detroit that gives free music lessons.
That's awesome.
To people in a really tough neighborhood. I mean, she does
like a note sheet of just title it Sorgi Suggestions and break it. Milwaukee suggestions, Philly suggestions, Detroit suggestions. And then whenever I need a suggestion, for those cities, I can just relate to that suggestion sheet.
That sounds like a really good newsletter that you guys could do.
Possibly.
Maybe I could make a book out of it. Sorgi Suggestions.
Well, we already have our series that we did in 2020 and 2021, the game plan.
It's true. We did do the game plan.
For all the cities we've been to. But we've been to your 2 cities, so we didn't necessarily do that.
Yeah.
But also, Audra has played catch with us at the old Tiger Stadium site. Please tell me, Erynn, you've been there. Please.
I did. We went. I was probably. It was right before the city took over it and then turned it into a complex. They knocked it down, or what was left, and then turned it into, I think, like a turf field that like they play on, and you have to like pay to go into it. Totally ruined the.
Yeah.
But yeah, we went. We played catch. We took my grandpa there.
Oh, that's awesome.
He had no idea. It was funny. So my dad wanted to take him there, like one last time before the city took it over, and cause kind of as like tribute to what he did, because growing up he took my dad and my dad's brothers to as many stadiums as they could get to. So that's like what me and my dad are doing.
That's
And so he wanted to. So we're driving down there, and the whole time, we kept asking him where he thought we were going, and he had no idea. He kept thinking we were going to a Tigers game, and the Tigers were out of town that day, and we kept telling him that, but he had some memory issues that he had a hard time with. So every time we'd ask him, like every 5 minutes, "Hey, where do you think we're going?" And he goes, "I don't know, but probably a Tigers game." And so yeah, we hit and played some. They still had the benches there, and there was like stuff engraved, like numbers engraved into the benches.
I remember that.
And I took some of the dirt.
That's awesome. That is so awesome.
I do. So the only thing I could find was last year Taylor and Tyler Rogers became the fifth set of twins to play in the same MLB game. That's the only thing that showed up. So
Twins? Did you say twins?
Yeah, the fifth twins.
Like biological, not.
Well, one of them was a former twin.
That's true. Where is what I wanted to? There's something that. Oh, here we go. Aiden, I will say I'm the co-founder of a wiffle ball league, so you better watch out, especially if I bring Nick the Legend, or Andrew, who has made an appearance. Andrew won the inaugural championship of the league against Nick.
Yeah, by the way, we've had one home run in this game and like nothing else to shout out about in the entire 3 innings that we've had so far with this all-star game. Aha!
Somebody say twins.
She brings the wardrobe change.
Nah, I got the real team underneath.
Excellent.
The
real
team.
Is that a change for being the fidget spinner? As Aiden
the ball? Yeah, I just.
That's awesome.
Let's see. Strong urge to grab a ball.
He meant fidget.
I don't know if you guys saw this earlier, but that was the bobblehead they gave away.
Nice.
That's a lot like I think the Robin Yat one that you have.
Molly.
It's a Molly.
Like,
Paul Molitor, the Twin Cities native who tore it up for the Brewers. Have we seen the All-Star balls and what they look like?
I've not.
Yes.
Okay.
Greg from New York, who's also been in a couple of my videos and stuff, who I went to see his wedding. That was a fun time. He actually did get one. I didn't see one with the colored stitching because the one that he got was standard red stitching. But let me pull it up here quick.
Okay.
Oh, is it the one with the green stitching? Or is it a different one?
God.
The green color just looks like toothpaste.
Not bad.
The one I'm looking at has the green stitching.
Oh, is it green? I do like any time
cool.
that you incorporate a mountain into the design.
Yes.
Thumbs up.
Tony, you will appreciate Aiden's latest comment.
Bad.
It was funny. You'll have to watch my recent video when you get a chance. But my dad watched it, and that noise that you were making, Tony.
Yep.
He was talking about that for like 10 minutes after the fact. He goes, "I wish that clip would have been longer." Oh my goodness.
I will leave the actual answer to this question to either Evelyn or to Yost Malone when he joins us about Kauffman Stadium, because we haven't been there yet.
Yeah, we haven't.
I will be right back.
Excellent.
It is one of the few stadiums that Evie has been to, not inside, but to the outside. She's been to Wrigley, Kauffman. It's now Oracle, and then obviously the Twins. So she's been outside of 4 stadiums with me.
I don't think I remember the Brewers ever doing a dog day.
They do it. Yeah, they
Okay.
do. Yeah.
Oh,
Also, speak of Kansas City.
Oh, snap.
Da-da-da-da.
I'm here. I made it.
Hey. How's it going, Yost?
Good. Team AL all the way. AL is just so
Now, I mean, we're the only national leaguers here.
Yeah.
We are.
Well,
Is that the
Yost, I mean, Yost, you're
most
basically you're Brewers too, so you're like only
True.
half AL.
I'm on both sides. It doesn't really matter. Only thing I cared about last night was a home run derby. That was it.
Nice.
All-Star games, whatever.
Yeah, top of the fourth, 1-zip AL. Still whole load of sun visible in Seattle.
Whoa!
I
didn't
have
know that Kirby Puckett is in. It wasn't on the field.
I have a fun fact for the Royals fans in this chat and call. Did you know that if the Royals come out of the break and they win like 35 games in a row, they still wouldn't make the playoffs?
No, they're horrible. It's a trash franchise. I'm so mad at them.
I saw that thing with the fees.
Oh, I was ticked off.
That's
Let me tell you
insane.
what's going on. So, my wife and me and my wife and my in-laws were all going to a game. And I put like a birthday offer code in there. What up? And the fees, the tickets were $56. The fees were $33.
I saw that.
What?
But how convenient was it that they did that for you?
And they responded back on Twitter because everybody was responding. It was like, did you put a promotional thing in there? I'm like, it shouldn't matter. You shouldn't be charging me fees anyway. They're gonna lose over 120 games. Like, it's ridiculous.
Goodness.
I bought it. They're terrible. Did you?
Like,
who'd you buy? Who'd you try to buy them through?
No, I bought them through them. Yeah. Don't get me started on the downtown stadium. No, I bought them through the
We can
Royals.
discuss that eventually, but keep going with your point.
So the point is, it's like you want to buy tickets to go and support them, and then they charge you over 50% in fees. That doesn't make sense to me. And I was highly upset when I saw that. I was like, how are you just going to charge a fan like that and be like, oh, well, you shouldn't put that. I'm like, you gave me a promo code for a reason. So I'm just not happy about it. And this poverty franchise that the Royals are, it's atrocious. Like, they don't. I'm so mad.
Do we
Welcome
enter
to the club.
Do we enter the continue the Yost ranting session here, or should we switch topics?
I just had to get that out. I'm fine. We can talk whatever we want.
All right, deal. Just
We
because
got
it's the complaining about moving from Coffin towards downtown.
Wow, Luis Arise with another base hit. Imagine that.
imagine if it counted towards his batting average.
Kind of needs
Did we drive Yost away?
it.
Now that.
Okay.
Oh, I can't hear him, but
No,
there we go.
I'm still here.
Okay.
So that is another talking point that I have seen people discussing is batting 400 just mainly off singles just as impressive as batting 400 and having like 20 home runs.
And we have a tie ball game.
Let's go.
And L getting one on the board. To your question, Erynn. Batting 400 period is like, oh, you give me 400 all singles, that's still ridiculous. It's just that number is so astronomical.
Yeah.
That just
It's not gonna matter if it was 400 singles or 400 home runs. It's still impressive because he got a hit. Baseball's one of the hardest sports, and it's still impressive. The record books are not going to matter. If he hits 400, I hope he does. I really want him to. I like Luis a lot.
Now, I'll agree with you, Erynn, that if they hit 45 homers and 135 RBI, that's still more impressive. I agree with you.
Even if he doesn't hit 400, even if he because I'm sure he'll go on a cold streak. I mean, I'm sure of it. Everybody does, and if he doesn't, he's just built different.
Garcia, wow.
But even batting like 350 or above is impressive.
It's like 350 is the new 400 with the way batting averages have dropped.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That is a ridiculous catch by Garcia. Man.
I like the catching gear that he's got going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Coach's Magic, thank you for stopping in.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say, Yost, to your point on how the All-Star game isn't that big of a deal. I don't know if I said this earlier, but 61% of sports radio listeners of one of the sports radio stations here in Philly, 61% of respondents on Twitter to their poll said that they will not watch the All-Star game. That, and only, I think, 7% said they'll watch the whole thing.
And it's still better than the other All-Star games.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of the few that they can actually play the sport.
And it's not just better in terms of the quality, they get better ratings.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it's still that bad.
Do you guys see that? The call
Yep.
that they're challenging?
He's in. He's in. He's safe.
Yep.
The thing is that the toe tipped the bag before the action of the foot stopped. It's in that little millisecond that I think he beat the throw.
Oh, wow.
I think he beat
I
the throw.
don't know if y'all commented, but these National League jerseys are ugly.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
They're
commented
so-
on that, but that's good.
They're ugly. Like,
Navy on black.
Look-
No.
it looks awful. It looks like the Northwestern football team, like with the N. Like, it looks awful.
Too soon, Yost.
Oh man.
Is it navy? Because it looks like it's black on black. Like, it's hard to
You
tell.
got
It's navy on black. It's ridiculous. Here's a
Should
good
I,
question. What's harder, batting 400 for a season or hitting 40 straight games?
400.
Yep.
100.
Retractable roof stand. We are.
That's me.
Yep. Anyone who argues and makes the statement, baseball is meant to be played outdoors, in feeling and in theory and in general view, yes.
Yes. No doubt.
But when you live in a climate where there is a lot of rain, especially a lot of cold, drop that last word. Baseball is meant to be played.
Then you shouldn't be hosting a team.
Oh, man.
Like Detroit needs a dome.
We're just smart enough not to be paying taxes for 5 stadiums at once.
Yeah. Places that need a dome. The Twins need a dome there. I'm telling you. Kansas City needs one. There's places that need one because it rains here. The weather gets dumb. There's air quality alert junk now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, up in the north, like, you barely can breathe. That's awful. I think we need more stadiums with domes in them.
All 4 of our markets, I think, could use stadiums with roofs because we draw regionally. Now, we've moved to Philadelphia. We're on the East Coast now. We've got, 7 major league teams within, 5 hours?
Yeah.
So it's not as regional. You don't have as many fans coming from all over a large geographic swath of land that need to know there's going to be a game no matter what. In Wisconsin, in Minnesota, going to North Dakota, in Kansas City, going to Nebraska and Kansas and Arkansas and Iowa and all over quote unquote Chiefs Kingdom. And in Detroit, where you grab fans from between Toledo and the Mackinac Bridge, you need to be able to tell your fans who are buying tickets and traveling 4 to 5 hours to come to a game, there's going to be a game.
Can we make some, if I'm going to give the concession of domes, can we have strict rules as to when the dome can be used? Because there are too many franchises that lean on it as well, we have a dome, so it's just going to be permanently closed, and we're also going to make sure that we don't really have grass or whatever else. Like, I still want it to be open 95% of the time when it was normally going to be open. Because even if it's like, oh, it's 90 degrees, it's warm, it's like, okay.
I mean, in Milwaukee, they keep it open for 90 degrees because there's no air conditioning.
Yeah.
I mean, have you ever been inside the dome when it's that warm?
Maybe one time.
It's a sauna. It's
Yeah,
a
it's bad.
sauna at Miller Park like that. You got to keep the roof open. But it's like, do you want 35, 40, 45,000 fans in October during a playoff game in any one of our cities, especially the three of ours, Milwaukee, Detroit, and Minnesota, when temps could get down to like 35, 40 degrees?
Yes. Give me Snowball.
Erynn, thoughts?
Thoughts on a dome?
Should Detroit have a stadium with a retractable roof?
No.
Okay. Reasoning?
Takes away the beauty.
I
Like-
understand.
The thing is,
Especially
I
for a
don't-
cityscape. Yeah.
what?
Especially for like a cityscape in the background, because most domes or retractables have to have a super tall backstop for it to rotate on.
I get why Texas has one because it's like 115 degrees, but like I feel like Texas's new stadium is very like industrial looking, and I don't like it. And some stadiums, like, it works, like whether it's open or closed, like it works, but I wouldn't like it if Detroit had one.
Aiden makes a fantastic statement, especially about true domes like Tampa Bay. Make the dome a different color than the ball, please.
Great. Now we're going to change the color of the ball.
No,
Yeah,
you
banana
can
ball.
hot pink or something.
Make it orange or something.
Yeah, use orange balls in domes.
Man. Agreed with you there. Lambeau should never have
Yes.
a dome. Agreed.
Football, I feel like.
Football. Football needs to be played. Football needs to be played in the cold. It's football.
Yeah.
Baseball's not a cold weather sport.
Right. But I would argue that for the most part, Tony, I would agree with you. You don't. Oh, that was like a Randy Johnson pitch by Cobb. Oh,
Like
man.
I was just seeing it.
The Randy Johnson, John Kruk kind of
I was just
pitch.
going to say John Kruk needs to turn his helmet backwards then.
Man. But I think you need to have a limit on the situations, and I agree with you here, for when they actually close the roof. It needs to be controlled by Major League Baseball.
Yeah. Oh no, I don't want Rob Manfred in charge of how my stadium gets run.
Okay, maybe not Rob Manfred, but someone with some ethics in their
Bud
in
Selig,
office.
Bud Selig runs it. That's better than Rob Manfred. Bud Selig actually has at least some brain cells.
Yes. But where it's not determined by a home team, when you open, when you close it, there are objective, specific situations that have to be put in place. That way it's fair all across baseball. Aiden Tempesta. Charlie O. Finley orange balls. He was the man who instituted the crazy uniforms we see today in baseball. Erynn has thoughts.
I don't. I just.
Let's see. Do we want to turn this into the Rob Manfred Scream Hour?
That guy sucks. I hate Rob
Who?
Manfred.
I get that.
Yost feels very strongly about that man.
He sucks.
He did not waste any time saying that.
I do. I have one of those essentially every day. Yost, I'm glad that you had your rant because usually when I'm talking to my good buddy Nick the Legend, our channel moderator, I get the Nick rant of the day. I did not get a Nick rant of the day, so I did need a rant of the day from somebody today.
Of course.
Usually it was, what was it about the other day? Usually it is sports. That's what it's usually about. And sometimes it is about City Connect jerseys. Sometimes it's about how people say the Sixers aren't going to sign a player, and then they did sign the player after another team signed the player. So, yeah, I got my
all
rant.
matter too. That's funny.
Nice.
Hey, Yost, I got a question for you.
Shoot.
Have you witnessed a no-hitter in person?
The closest was with Tony when I was up there and the Twins got a hit 2 outs at the bottom of the ninth at Target Field. We were that close. Remember that?
Yep.
It was pretty. And then they scored they made it interesting.
Actually, Brent Rooker, who is an all-star, he broke that up in the ninth inning.
Yeah, we were that close to seeing a no.
Wait, I thought you said the Twins got a hit.
Yeah,
they did. It didn't happen, but it was 2 outs.
So was it going against them, or was it?
It was going against the Twins.
It was going against the Twins. I was at
So
Target
the
Field.
Twins were the ones being no hit.
Yep.
Yes.
So at that point, do you root for it to happen, even though it's against?
I'm
absolutely.
rooting anytime that there's a no hitter going that deep. Even if it's my team, I don't care. I want his.
We were that close from seeing it, and they got a hit, and then they scored. They scored a run, and it got interesting. But yeah, we're almost a no. It was very close.
Okay. I was gonna ask you guys, what do you guys think about combined no hitters? Well, we talked about this earlier, but more so Yost.
I mean, a no hitter's a no hitter. Whether it was one pitcher, where it was 15, it's still impressive. They're major league hitters, and they didn't get a hit at all. So, I think it still is impressive.
Ooh, Rob, that's tough.
That hurt. That hurt watching 15 minutes away as we sat here.
Yeah, and I remember, I had this conversation a couple weeks ago with my friends because we were talking about how when Mr. Framber Valdez was using some sticky stuff that we saw on him, and I said, imagine he doesn't use the sticky stuff. The Phillies win game 2, they go up 3-0. That no-hitter probably never happens.
I'm team sticky stuff all the way. Cheat all you want.
Okay, Al Davis.
Use it. You're professional athletes. I'm team PEDs too. Just because somebody used it doesn't mean they're going to hit the ball any better. Use it all.
If you eliminate any form of cheating, it eliminates cheating from the game.
Everybody cheat. Everybody get a competitive advantage.
No one can have a competitive advantage when everything is legal.
Oh my gosh.
Somebody's cheating. No matter what you say, they're all cheating. You might as well if you do cheating, it's still going to happen. Just everybody cheat. We're just making fun. You got the Astros banging the trash cans. You got them using Apple Watches. Just cheat. If you're going to cheat, just don't get caught.
So Yost for not MLB commissioner 2024.
Well, no, I would be the best commissioner.
Also,
baseball would be so popular.
Going on your point, Yost, why are we still booing the Astros? I mean, they really only have one guy a veteran still on their team.
Because we boo laundry.
Yes.
We boo laundry.
That's extremely true.
We booed Robinson Cano for years after the All-Star game. Because Robinson did Cano, didn't pick Billy Butler. He got booed relentlessly until he stopped playing. And if you just don't forget.
And if you're in Philly, you get booed no matter what it is.
Yeah.
Well, that's Philly.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's a Philly hub right there.
Not to get too religious, but if Jesus, Moses, Muhammad, and Buddha are walking down Broad Street, they're getting booed.
Exactly. Everybody's getting booed.
And it was actually funny because there was a Phillies fan in Tampa who was banging on trash cans saying, "Look, I'm doing my Houston Astros impression."
Also,
exactly, Rob. Go ahead.
how do you feel about what has been announced for next year's game in Alabama?
Remind me exactly where.
So it is at
It's like the oldest stadium.
Yeah, it's at a place called Rickwood Field, and that's where Willie Mays, as a kid, like a 18-year-old, played in his first professional games. I think that was back in the Negro Leagues, right, Yost?
Yeah.
So
The Savannah Bananas just played there like a couple of months ago. It's like very old,
yeah,
and
it's like the
it's
oldest
the St.
stadium
Louis
in
Cardinals.
standing, right?
The St. Louis Cardinals being there is one reason why I won't go. I can't stand St. Louis. If everybody knows me, I hate St. Louis with a passion. I will cheer for every team but St. Louis.
Right, but you have to admit that, like, as much as they suck in a lot of things, their barbecue is way better than Kansas City.
Tony, don't you even start. I know where you live. Don't even start. He knows how to get me riled up. He knows me too long. Oh, I can't stand St. Louis.
Now, I have had barbecue from all over the country. I have not yet had Kansas City barbecue in Kansas City or Texas in Texas. But I have to make a statement here. As someone who loves Wisconsin butter burgers and cheeseburgers, and someone who loves so many different types of foods, I'm taking Philly cheesesteaks over Wisconsin butter burgers. I'm taking Philly cheesesteaks over any barbecue I've ever had.
Making me hungry over here.
Ah, but you're
Like
saying
we're just stuck. We're just
Okay.
stuck with orange water
Big
and
Love
Little
Bob.
Caesars pizza.
That's why I like you. That's why I like Big Love Bob. No, y'all got Coney Islands in Detroit. Come on now.
I'm not
Coney
in Detroit though. I'm not in Detroit.
Anyways, they had Coney Islands there, and I love Coney. Oh man, agree. Anyways,
Coney's are. Never mind. I
But
don't
they're
want
not
to get
even
up.
the best hot dog in the country. You're missing the most important element to that hot dog. And no, I'm not talking about bratwurst with secret stadium sauce.
You better not say ketchup, otherwise I'm putting this thing down.
Hey, if you say ketchup, I'm hanging up.
Nope.
Aiden, if you
hot
order
dogs.
me some Little Caesars and you get a DoorDash to my house, I will eat it on stream. However, I am not spending my hard-earned money on Little Crappers pizza.
Yes, Tommy DeNick's roast pork inside Reading Terminal Market, outstanding, maybe better than cheesesteaks. But
That
to the
sounds
hot dog thing, it ain't ketchup. You guys all know about the Cut 4 Major League Baseball channel, right?
Yeah.
Okay. They did a taste test of all the different regional hot dogs across the U.S.
Oh, I remember. Yeah, you said, and
I talked about
here
the
to you guys.
Brewers no-hitter video when we went to Cleveland. The hot dog from my wife's home state, the West Virginia hot dog, won. And there's one element, the only element that's different than that compared to a Detroit Coney dog.
Slaw.
Coleslaw.
Coleslaw.
Slaw on a dog.
I don't like
Coleslaw
coleslaw.
is disgusting.
But that's,
I'm glad we're on the same page. I can't
Coleslaw is
handle even
disgusting.
Well,
I
it looks
can't
like we're
hold on
gonna
a second.
stand
Hold
it.
on a second. We've got to get a voice in here. And I'll add mine first. I thought the same thing, Erynn. We went to a Brewers game the first time I took Anana mommy, my wife, your mommy, Carrie. We all know she's Carrie. To a Brewers game. She spent 10 minutes trying to find the condiment she wanted for her hot dog. We all asked, well, how's your hot dog? She's like, it's good, but there's no coleslaw for the hot dog. What?
Who was this?
My wife. She's from West Virginia. And we're like, what in the world? Then we came to West Virginia to visit her family. We were also doing wedding planning. We ate at the Bar and Grill inside the stadium that at the time was the Brewers' single A affiliate.
Go Power.
West Virginia Power. We had our rehearsal dinner there, by the way, the night before the wedding. And I had a West Virginia hot dog for the first time. It was life-changing. It was insanely good.
I've tried it. I can't do it now. Bob
I'll
tried to
try
get
it.
me.
I'll try it if it's there and it's a regional thing. I'll try it. It may change my life though. The big man loves coleslaw. I bet he does.
I can't even handle the smell of it. Like I can't. It's
Tony.
like Bob tried when we were in Minnesota. Bob tried to get me to try some, and my dad's sitting there. I think it was my dad. It was my dad or my mom was sitting there eating it, and the whole time, my insides were just.
Okay. Well, then I'll ask: have any of you ever had coleslaw on like a barbecue sandwich or like a banh mi sandwich, Vietnamese?
Tony. But
So
the
good.
thing is,
So good.
I don't take food advice when it comes from Tony. Because you know why?
Because it's too highbrow.
Nah, because you the vegan in this chat.
Okay. And if you don't like coleslaw, that's fine. That's
Yeah,
totally
fair.
understandable.
But I will
Is it-
try it. Here's the thing: if it's over there and they're known for it, I will try it. I may not like it, but I can't say I didn't try it because it could
Should
be
I-
good. You
Should
never
we
know.
bring the mama mommy?
I don't know where she is.
I'll see if I can find her. One
I
moment.
could not tell you where she is because I went upstairs a minute ago to get some water and I could not find her. So I don't know.
I can't do it. I
Okay, Erynn,
I'm-
and all you guys, do you guys put chips on like your sandwiches or burgers or anything? Like,
Yeah,
you put
yeah.
chips in there?
Nah.
He
Yeah.
doesn't do that. Chips on some crunchy
Do you-
chips.
do you- do you-
Ooh.
and that's like, do you dip fries in a milkshake? Yeah.
I can't have milkshakes
I'm not
anymore. I'm
against
getting old.
it.
Like, if you're not doing that, then you ain't living. If
I'm
you're not
team
eating
Wendy's
meat,
Frosty
then you ain't
on
living.
fries. I think Tony's living just fine being a. Is that vegan? You're vegan, right? And I'm vegetarian. Yeah, exactly.
I'm giving him a hard time. And he knows it. And it's okay. And, you know,
And we still got to go to a place when I go back out to Detroit because I found a place that has not only regular ice cream but some vegan ice cream, and I think I sold Erynn on going to it.
oh man, that looks. I
Yeah.
see that picture in my dreams.
Do you like Baja Blast at all, Yost?
Yes.
The Mountain Dew?
Oh,
Oh.
you didn't know about the Baja Blast Boys? Unlike my gig stuff. Yeah,
Uh-uh.
I'm part of Baja Blast Boys. Baja Blast is delicious. I
So-
love the Baja Blast.
I sent you the picture, right, Erynn? Because I'm going to have to try to pull that up.
Yeah.
Where is
How
it?
did I?
Here we go. I found it. So a place in just outside of Detroit, Yost, has a Baja Blast.
Oh,
That's good.
I'm trying that.
It's
Oh,
trying that.
I would destroy that.
So we
Ruffles or Lay's?
have Ruffles or Lays.
Ruffles.
I
Yeah.
like Lay's, but I like Ruffles with dip.
yeah. I feel like Ruffles are really good when you have other stuff around. Like if I'm like
Yeah.
at a barbecue or something like that, like something outdoors, picnic, Ruffles all the way. But if I'm just snacking on just chips, I might pick Lay's.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree with that. I agree with
Overall-
you for once.
Overall, though, I'm taking local chip to Philadelphia. I got to go hers. Those
Ooh,
are so
what
good.
flavor? What flavor?
Well,
I'm gonna go sour cream and onion.
Okay.
here's a chip. Okay, I have to admit, St. Louis actually does make one good thing. They're called Old Vienna hot chips, and they're absolutely delicious. You never had them? They're called Old Vienna riblets. I'm gonna have to get you guys some. They're literally life changing. Now they're selling them in Kansas City, and they are literally the best chips. They don't last in my house.
Wow.
I'll buy 6 bags and they're gone in like 2 days. They're just that
What
good.
is it?
They're called Old Vienna hot rib. They're called Old Vienna riblets, and they're like these hot barbecue chips. Oh, they're so good. Like they're life changing. That's how delicious they are. So I forget. St. Louis does have that going for them.
Have
I
you
will
guys
guys
drive
are
to St. Louis
You
just
guys
to
are
get
making
them.
me hungry.
have you had the Funyuns flavored Ruffles?
Ooh, no, I have not.
Have you guys seen there's a new I think it's like cola ketchup or something. Pepsi
Yeah.
cola ketchup or something.
Pepsi's disgusting. Whoever drinks Pepsi has
It's
no
not
class.
Pepsi. Pepsi's the one that made it. It's like a cola ketchup,
Pepsi is disgusting.
and they were giving it away they were giving away samples of it at Comerica the other day. And my mom asked me if I wanted to go try it,
And you didn't?
and I'm like, I'll pass.
Dang it.
It's disgusting.
The
We're
I
talking
can't
Gross.
stand Pepsi.
chips, okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, they Aiden asked Ruffles or Lay's, and I said hers. Sour
Hers,
cream and
yes.
onion. Actually, hers has a new chip we need to try. The John's Roast Pork Chip. They're selling those.
Now, is that the cheesesteak or an actual roast pork chip?
I don't know. I could not tell you. But I saw it on YouTube, and I'm like, that looks good.
We need to go to that.
CJ.
CJ, have we ever heard of talk about food? We have to pitch a new show to Food Network.
I've
All about sports food.
I've literally had that idea where so on MLB Network, I thought it would be awesome to have it like before the game, even if it's like a couple hours before. Basically like a road trip thing where someone hosts it and they go around to all the different like food places and other like scenic things before the game, because there's so many really good places. Like look at Guy Fieri or anything like that. Like
Yep.
they can go back to the same town and mine that over and over and over. Each year you could have a different series at each of the 30 ballparks.
Series of the 30 ballparks, so you can expand it to all the different sports.
Yep. The minor league affiliates.
Yep. I mean, it would go off on college football,
Oh,
especially in the South.
Yost,
Especially if
did you
you
see
added
it?
a little bit of competitive eating to it too.
Hey, the first place that Adam Richmond of Man versus Food
yeah.
went to, when he did
Was
a
that in
sports
Carolina?
show, Miller Park, Milwaukee,
No.
the outside tailgate.
Because I remember there was one in Carolina where they went somewhere close to like UNC to that diner that's really famous that is supposedly like really good with their barbecue.
I think they also had where he did the challenge at an NC State hot dog place.
Vlad, where's your cancer person?
What's that?
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. wasn't holding a cancer person sign. He
All
didn't
right, we
hold
have an
one.
anonymous silent coming.
I'm leaving the screen.
You're leaving the screen.
Yeah, I'm making sure that she has space.
Okay.
The screen is too small.
I understand.
Coleslaw time.
Oh, all right. That's my sign to leave the studio.
Hashtag Team Claw.
we have to have. We want to keep the increase of the female side of the species here.
Hey everybody.
So the
Have you
top
met
half
Yost
half of
Raymond?
the
I have
screen
not met Yost and Erynn. Nice to meet you.
for your information, the top half of the screen is pro coleslaw. The bottom half is so make your pitch.
I'm gonna try it. I'm going to try a West Virginia hot dog with coleslaw. I'm going to try it. I'm not saying I'm team coleslaw, but I'm going to
I
try it.
appreciate that.
I'll be right back.
I
I'm
can
grabbing
take
food.
that. I can take that.
Y'all make me hungry. I'm grabbing food.
Now, Erynn, you're just not a fan of coleslaw, period, to my understanding. Uh-oh.
No, I'm
It's getting
not.
past your
Sorry.
bedtime.
Okay.
No, I. Shut up. I'm almost 20 years old. I don't have a bedtime.
It's getting past
My
your
mom just
bedtime.
came in and asked me if I put something in the Amazon cart. I said no.
Nice.
Go over your minutes, Aaron.
No, I don't.
Only
like
us will get
coleslaw.
that joke. The three of us will get that. Don't go over your minutes. I don't think Aaron.
Nice.
Yeah, hang up. She has to use the phone.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
I
Dial up
feel like
internet.
I understand, but at the same time, I'm kind of airheaded.
Okay.
No idea.
Well, I don't understand anything either, Erynn, so
It was...
we're just gonna let them have their fun.
Sometimes that's what you gotta do.
Yeah.
Now, I should ask you, because it was our son and partially me that got you into baseball.
Mm-hmm.
What got you into baseball, Erynn? I've never heard the story. How did you
Me?
grow into loving the game? Yeah.
Yeah. Is your name Erynn?
I mean, is
Sorry.
Tony's dog ding dong?
Sorry, it's past my bedtime.
They're like the
I
two classroom jokesters on with us tonight.
I
Dear
was
Lord.
7 years old, so just a
Last
couple
year.
years ago, and I don't know why my thing just went really.
Yeah,
there we
you're
go.
back.
And I literally walked in the living room, and my dad had the game on, and I started asking him questions, and he'll tell you today that he wasn't annoyed, but I feel like he was annoyed at the time with my million questions, and I was like, oh, what does this do? Oh, what just happened? Oh, what does this mean? You know,
That's awesome.
and
That's awesome.
here we are.
Nice.
We can tell you that the kid who's eating chips right now, like over there, that's how it was with him. But you were the one who got him into it even more.
Yeah, we would be out, like, just socializing, with friends or whatever, and Anthony would just start like listing off the entire roster at like 3 years old.
He was like 2.
Yeah,
Wow.
2 years old, like knows their number, their name, their number, their position. At age 4, he was organizing the baseball cards by batting average.
Oh, wow. That's impressive.
Yeah. And he even had like subcategories. It was insane.
That's awesome. No, that's really cool.
But
I couldn't do
it's
it.
so funny because they'd be like, "Oh my gosh, that's Sorgi's kid. That's Sorgi's kid," and he would just look at me and say,
Not my fault.
"I haven't been home. He was working 2 jobs. He didn't get home until like 10 o'clock at night." And so it was all Anthony. After we took him to his first Brewers game, I mean, I wouldn't even have the TV on. He'd say, "Baseball, mommy, baseball. We watch baseball, mommy." And then he would sit there and he would analyze it. He would say, like, what's on their shirt, mommy? What are they wearing? And that's how he learned his numbers. I mean, it was just all him. And so like then we would go to the team, we would get the baseball cards, we'd go to the team store and get the Brewers yearbook every spring. And I mean, and he would just devour it, I mean, it was like that was like bedtime reading.
We all have a beautiful entries into the game, like Jose's got his.
So yeah, it was
Jose was afraid to ask me questions because he was afraid he was gonna annoy me, and I'm like, this is what I live for. Ask me all the questions that you desire. And so it's been almost a year, but yeah, he's
Awesome.
Probably the newest. Oh, look,
Awesome.
Jared.
Uh-oh.
Jared has made an appearance. Go get the crunchy
one of-
cola.
The golf master. The golf master. You can teach us all the game, please. Or is Tony trying to say, wait a second, looky right here. I'm the man.
He's only second place because he can't beat me in a match.
Oh, par 3 or regular?
It doesn't matter. I beat him.
Former Tiger up to bat, by the way.
Oh, wait. I hope he doesn't hit a home run.
Nicholas Castellanos!
The Philadelphia Brewers already collapsed when he hit a home run. So.
I think we're talking about thermonuclear war right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, don't have him hit a home run.
Breaking news.
I
War
think,
in the United States.
My introduction to you guys to Sorgi Stories was I joined a stream and Anthony was eating chips, and that's like the biggest pet peeve of mine. And it was really loud, and I was like,
I'm sorry.
well, if this is how it's gonna be, I'm just gonna have to listen and move past it.
When you come
And
today to
something's
see
never
us
changed.
play the Phillies here in Philadelphia, we have the guest room waiting for you. We have the den right here for Comerica Chris, for your dad. It's
Gonna need some earplugs. If he's
We have
eating
all that.
chips.
We will have an entire dinner tray waiting for you with chips and coleslaw.
Yes, please.
And take
Have
her
all of it.
Take her
I
to
guess
the Wawa.
I guess I'm going out to get a Philly cheesesteak and passing on the slaw because
No, you have to
That's
go to
just one of
Wawa,
the 10 Philly food groups, though.
Wawa and Rita's.
Wawa, number one.
all right. Don't answer Bob's question. Don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
And in the
So-
meantime, let's get a Flyover Country Club video. It's the full regulation 18. Lovely. We should do that at Marion Country Club, the site of next year's U.S. Open.
I think I could hit under 60 at Augusta.
On the first two holes, like me, I'd be the same
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
They're really fighting in chat whether I completed the Crunchy Cola challenge or not.
The kid can't even do it because of his peanut allergy. So, yeah, we got to get
Tony,
you to
I
Marion.
haven't even had Crunchy Cola. That's messed up.
Here's what you do,
That's all your
Jared.
fault.
Crunchy Cola at all the U.S. Open sites. And yes, Nick the Legend completely agrees.
Oh, on Nick. I'm in the back now.
It's very loud.
Anthony, you eat your chips proudly. Don't listen to any of them. You eat your chips proudly. Eat them as loud as you want.
In the meantime, it's 1-1 NLAL in the
You
top of
want
the
to
sixth inning.
slaw dog, coleslaw dog with those chips? Too?
You eat your chips proudly. Don't listen to Erynn.
How long?
Hey,
was the
it wasn't
conversion
just
period?
me.
How long was the conversion period for me with coleslaw dogs?
Skittles. Ooh.
I mean, was it when we were engaged?
Skills will work.
I think it was. Yeah, I think it was when I mentioned to them when we went to the Stadium Bar and Grill
Yeah.
in Charleston, and I got the
Sweethearts.
Yeah. Yeah,
That'll be good.
Yeah, so that was
07.
That's a couple of years. It took a couple of years, but
was, yeah.
I got converted.
Yeah, you were very surprised.
It was ridiculously good. But the thing is, it's a Detroit Coney dog with slaw. That's all it is.
Oh.
Now, do you have a favorite Detroit Coney dog place, Erynn?
No, because I don't eat food down there. I've never had food down there.
Wow. Okay.
What?
I'm not from Detroit, so like we go to the game and we come home. Like I don't.
Greektown. There's a whole bunch of spots down there.
Oh.
There's
Yeah,
a place. There's a bar and grill right outside, the stadium that we eat at sometimes. But I get a quesadilla. I don't get none of the traditional.
Ooh, a Detroit quesadilla. Wow.
It's pretty good. It's get
Have
it trending.
Little Caesar's cheese in it with some hot dog bits.
2-drink minimum. Try the veal.
Hey Yost, I got your Detroit gift.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
But,
It's really for my dad. It's not mine.
Oh well.
Yeah, it's for my dad.
I gotta get something else then if it's for your
My dad's a giant Detroit fan from Detroit. Oh, that water. But anyways,
I was
where I
actually going
go-
to mention more. Do you like see Mateen Cleaves in the neighborhood anytime?
Who's that?
You don't know who Mateen Cleaves is?
No.
Michigan State basketball legend, the Flintstones, who won the Spartans a national title. Now I'm no Michigan State fan. That was one of the greatest teams of all time.
What year?
2000.
Okay.
What is going on?
was Erynn
my
even
dog.
around then?
Yeah, that was right before Erynn was alive.
That was before
Okay.
she was
I'll be right
born.
back.
Do your thing. Sorry about that.
No,
feel like
I
it's
go-
anyway because I keep referencing things she doesn't know.
I was like, seriously? No, I go to Lafayette, Coney. That's the better hot dogs in American.
Boom.
Lafayette's way better. American's disgusting.
Best vegan
Yeah.
hot dog you've ever had, baseball road tripper.
Aaron, clean up that room. She can't hear me. Clean your room.
Does she not have sheets? You just living on a mattress thing?
It's still 1-1, the top of the sixth with 2 outs.
Ozzy Albies up to
Did you just move in, Erynn?
Who's that?
It's
Is
laundry
that
day.
military style?
Who's that, Erynn? Who's that?
Axel.
You know what? Shut up about the room. It's actually clean. I've been organizing, so for the sake of this live stream, I moved everything over there. It's, believe it or not, it's organized.
You
I
can't
just
do it
need to
under your
put it
bed.
away.
Hey, we empathize. We get it.
What's
It's
that
life.
And
Life
I'm
happens.
washing
It's okay.
my sheets right now.
Exactly. I said it's laundry day.
So it's laundry day because somebody, not gonna name any names, decided to jump up on the bed. So that meant it was laundry day.
Cincinnati represented with C&J joining us. Yep. Thank you for popping in.
And sleeps in a prison car.
Oh no, Bob!
It's
Fine.
literally a twin-size bed.
Check for the
I need-
sieve
I-
underneath the mattress.
I need a green screen. Oh, I got something to show y'all.
We'll drive one over to you. We actually have one behind us.
Is it a
I'm
shiv?
using it tonight.
No, I was gifted a new baseball.
Yeah, find it in that pile.
baseball
Ooh.
Hello.
from Jose.
Oh, that's
Nice.
awesome.
So it's really hard to tell, but it's there.
What is happening over there?
Nick the Legend empathizes with you, Erynn.
That light's going back off so nobody can see the mess.
That's okay. He says, my room's like quicksand. You step 1 foot and you start sinking.
Nick, that's not true. Your room is clean. I've been in it.
Okay. I was literally organizing. I was throwing a bunch of stuff away, and that stuff was just all on the floor. So it's clean. Trust me.
Excellent. now, I actually, I think right now they're doing the sausage race. They're in the middle of the 6th inning. The Italian is leading. The Italian is leading. Oh, he's getting beaten up by Teddy Roosevelt with the Washington racer, the president's race.
Wanda's coming in. Wanda's coming from behind.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. And the Philly fanatic just, like, blew up everybody with the hot dog shooter. Yes. Yes. Now, all right. Best mascot in baseball.
Philly fanatic.
Pause.
All right, pause is pretty weak. Even though I like Detroit, pause is pretty weak.
Say weak?
Yeah.
Pause is weak. I'm sorry. Ranger captain's the
When
worst.
we were Detroit.
We didn't.
Ranger captain's pretty bad. I do like TC. TC's
Oh,
funny.
boo.
TC's funny. He's okay with me.
It's dumb.
TC's
If
okay.
there's going to be a bear, whatever. But if it's the twins, there needs to be 2 of them.
That
I
makes
agree.
sense. That makes
Nah,
sense.
I agree.
that's who names the twins anyway? Like, what if we wanted the triplets?
The single bear cub for the twins? That doesn't make any sense.
But it's
I want-
C and C.
I want to reply to Aiden's. Y'all need to get some nice cubicle organizer things.
I mean, do
I have those.
we want to see like a sober brewer as a mascot too? That just doesn't sound like to make fun.
Well, that's true. I mean, Bernie
Slugger's
Brewer
not
doesn't really
bad.
drink.
Slugger's not bad. He's a pretty decent mascot. Slugger's not bad.
Now you can't see the mess.
If we're
I
gonna
don't
go
mind
new
Slugger.
school, Dinger isn't bad.
Dinger is a
Who's
bad
that?
hitter. For
Colorado.
the Rockies. Of course, you can't, even though it's going to pay me to say it, Orbit from the Astros. Orbit's really good mascot.
Orbit's brilliant.
Mr. Met
Orbit's brilliant.
is basically a knockoff of Redlegs, but still Mr. Met likes the chaos, and I'm kind of
Yes.
here for it.
I'm kind of here for it, too. You said one day he flipped somebody off?
Yeah. That's
You can
Mr.
try to
Met.
squeeze.
Somebody off.
You
That
got
was
room. You got
hilarious.
room. Now,
I don't know. I would say Orbit's pretty good. Philly Fanatic, obviously, is iconic. Slugger's not bad. I'm sorry, Paul's in. Who else? Paul's in. I can't think of the other mascot. Ranger Captain. Ranger Captain's actually a horrible mascot. It's
but
one of
as
the
an
worst ones.
ensemble, you got Bernie Brewer, you got
Bernie
Barrelman,
Brewer's
Barrel
good.
man.
and you got 5 encased meats that can sprint.
And
Unless you're in one of the costumes.
Yeah, that's true. I finished second every time I've done the sausage race.
Yeah.
I haven't won, but I've never finished 3rd or 4th.
I read about the sausage heist. That was quite the story too.
Yes. when the Italian went missing.
Yeah. And then showed up at a bar and they basically said, don't ask.
The
Ask no
sister
questions,
TV
stay there.
station to the radio station I worked for back in Milwaukee, WTMJ, did a video exclusive with the Italian sausage after the Italian sausage was rediscovered.
Oh, jeez.
Your guy's
That's
up to bat,
funny.
Tony.
But
He just broke up the no hitter that wasn't existent.
the problem was they never got an answer out of the Italian sausage.
Mm.
Dad joke.
It's
2 drink minimum. Try the deal.
Jeez.
Ground rule double.
And sorry, go ahead.
On that note,
well, I was going to ask you, Carrie.
Yeah.
So, what are the delicacies of West Virginia? Like the top 3 food items?
okay.
I know 2 of them. I know what 2 of them are.
Other than the West Virginia hot dog, the pepperoni roll.
Mm.
The pepperoni.
Now that sounds like something I could get behind.
So the miners, when the wives would pack their meals, they would take like the leftover bread dough, and they would like put the pepperoni in, wrap it up, bake it into rolls, so they could just have something they could just quickly eat for their lunch breaks in the coal mines. And so the pepperoni, West Virginia is the birthplace of the pepperoni roll.
2-1 American League on a sack fly.
Sally scores the run.
Other than that, I mean, the next most, this also goes back to like coal mining, is pinto beans and cornbread. Is a very simple.
Oh, that sounds delicious.
Yeah, pinto beans and cornbread is
Very simple, really good.
very
I
West
don't like
Virginia.
cornbread. Couldn't get behind that
Okay.
one.
Okay.
But then there's
Yost is like, she's killing me. It's all right.
Maybe it's because I sleep on a prison cot.
Yeah, I guess so.
no,
Just like your prison food?
man. Think hot
Little
pockets,
Caesar's
but you
pizza?
get it room temperature.
You have the taste buds of a 7-year-old over here. Come on now.
I do. Kool-Aid and chicken nuggets.
No,
Chicken
Dino
tenders?
Nuggets.
Dino
Right.
nuggets.
Does your mom trust you to use the microwave?
No, because I broke the last microwave.
I don't even know a story, but I just assumed.
That's a true story. I think I forget. I might have been making a baked potato or something, and it blew the microwave up.
Nice.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
So every time she makes us baked potatoes, which is quite often, she reminds me of that story.
As Nick is reminding us, I think Vlad Guerrero is like destroying young people's lives right now. Like,
If he's out there, he should catch the ball.
he
He gets hit. That's just how it goes.
Boom. I get
Now
you.
they're gonna have nets out there because the kid got hit.
Carrie, Anonymami, thank you.
Yes, I'm going to bid everyone adieu. Very nice to meet you, Yost. Nice to meet you, Erynn. Good to see you,
Nice to meet
Tony.
you.
Awesome.
So you all have an awesome night.
We will keep
You
going
too.
on this ridiculous, awesome stream where we're talking about nothing that has to do with
Can you get up for
the All-Star game that is now 2-1
But-
American League.
But that's what makes it good, though. Sometimes,
Exactly.
the
Exactly.
unexpected.
Crystal says bye.
Oh, bye, Crystal. Sorry. Hello. Bye.
I'll say my nomination for not a food, but for a restaurant in West Virginia that is my favorite restaurant in the state, in my opinion. I gotta go with Pies and Pints Pizza in Charleston.
That's ridiculously good
Actually,
pizza.
no, forget that. I forgot Tudor's Biscuit World. Are we gonna forget Tudor?
That's one.
You
of
guys
the
are
other,
making me hungry.
That's one of the other food groups
Oh,
of
biscuit. Oh, God.
Mm,
West
It's a
Virginia.
restaurant.
sounds good.
It's a biscuit sandwich as big as your head. I'm not kidding. They're like,
Is it a breakfast place or is it like a dinner place?
It's an everything place.
yeah, it's breakfast, but everything as well.
All
But
right.
none of those compared to hillbilly hot dogs, which we've been to and done a video on.
And I was just going to ask, since there is hillbilly country there, does West Virginia take credit for at least some of the moonshine? Is that like big there too?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
By far. By far, I have been to weddings where some of Carrie's relatives legally made moonshine.
So you didn't go blind.
And,
Yeah, like you mean,
and yes, I had issues the next morning. And I didn't like over imbibe. It was just like totally dehydrating.
Did you get the
Good.
feeling that you needed to get in a car and go about 120 and get it out of town?
No, I don't
You
think
didn't
we
feel like
had
starting
good stuff.
NASCAR?
Yeah, and I apologize for not thinking about the biscuits.
Yeah, she apologizes for not mentioning biscuits, Aaron.
it's okay.
But I'm looking up the grub there as we speak.
Hillbilly hot dogs.
Let's see.
A place in
y'all.
town just started serving vegan biscuits and gravy here.
I'm sorry.
Oh
What's
my
that?
goodness.
A place that I frequent, they added a breakfast menu and they started serving vegan biscuits and gravy. Oh, one of my
Nice.
favorites.
Nice. I'm trying to see if they offer a vegan dog. Something tells me I doubt it,
That's a
but
lot of hot dogs. The coal miner.
the
Bob
key
really out
operation
here
dog-
roasting me.
Oh yeah.
job. No. No, I'm just checking to see if they do any sort of a.
Are they gonna like let all the pitchers pitch, because like the Tigers pitcher still hasn't pitched and it's the 7th inning.
Yep.
Kind of getting to some crunch time.
Not when it's this close. The AL wants to win.
Yeah.
Did
Oh,
wait a second?
Nick.
We're having issues with Nick the Legend.
Nick, are we talking about Nick knows what cup it's a Nifty 50s cup. It's a chain all around the area. I'm not gonna say the street name, but are we talking about the one by us, like the one that I go to?
I'll show y'all this right here.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Delicious. The best Juicy Lucy I ever had. It took forever, but it was so good.
ELS Train 2% Upper Michigan. Carlos's Cantina. I should have been there visiting relatives up there.
Oh, from the UP?
I've had relatives from up there. Absolutely. Absolutely. But none of this compares to good arancini.
Arancini that he makes.
And I make it.
Okay.
And what
that's
arancini
good.
is.
What is it?
Fried rice
Italiano.
balls. Fried rice
Italiano.
balls. It's Sicilian street food. Fried rice balls. That you stick anything in.
They look delicious.
Erynn, whatever you want, when you come to Philly, I'll make rice balls with whatever.
So
you
chicken
want.
nuggets and pepperoni, pretty much.
Was it Nationals? Was it Nationals Park that had it?
It's City Field.
City Field.
City Field. There we go.
Can we give a scoring update?
Oh.
I think we just saw the reason for the scoring update. Dang.
Deep drive to left and
Well, someone-
Well, Tony's prediction still stands.
Someone's
Oh,
getting
shit.
traded to Detroit and picking like that.
We
Oh,
got a
let's go,
chance.
You know
We
what?
got a chance
Take
to
that
do
and get
baseball
out of here.
tonight.
I don't even want to hear none of that, because we actually have a very good bullpen, but we don't have the offense. So get out of here. Not really, but
Whoa! What's
It
this?
looked like it was kind of foul.
A rodeo Lucy loaf.
it hit the.
Ooh.
It looks like it hit the pole, but that's a very, very.
Oh, I think that's.
I don't know.
That looks a little foul.
That looks a little foul.
Foul by a foot.
I am
Unless
jealous of Lourdes Guriel's hair, though. Not sure
Yeah.
if y'all have seen it.
Let's see.
We're seeing the home plate view, but it's not slow-mo. We wouldn't really be able to tell.
From that view, it looks. Oh, here's a slow mo.
It was foul.
It looks foul.
Oh man.
Oh.
If you love going back and watching old baseball YouTube,
That's
how many
foul.
are familiar with the 1984 Cubs Reds Wrigley Field 30-minute argument over a foul ball call on a home run.
I'm at
Can't
that
say
up.
I am.
It includes everything. It includes Don Zimmer looking like the GIF with that one cartoon character where like the head, the top of the head flies off and
Mhm.
like fire and volcano comes out. That's what
he was
Don
hot,
Zimmer
wasn't
looks
he?
like.
Yeah.
And it includes, I think, 2 bench clearing brawls.
Bench screening balls are the thing. I miss those. They don't do them as much anymore. Those are
I
always
love
fun.
when
They
the
get you going.
I love when the bullpen comes running in. Foul ball.
It's awesome.
But by
Yep.
the time the bullpen comes running in, it's all separated. It's
Of
all
course.
broken out. Like,
Of course.
Back when the Royals were good, they would have
Well.
a ton of them, and it was amazing.
You almost had one of the biggest fights in the history of the world because of a call that the Royals got in Game 6 and 85.
Foul.
foul ball.
That's
Not
foul.
saying the Royals would not have won the World Series, but they did get a gift call.
Nick, is the Nifty 50s going to reopen? That's all I care about, because that Nifty 50s has a special place in my heart.
World class shakes.
Well, not only that, but there is a story there. But we actually, okay, so last summer, while I was on vacation in West Virginia, may I add, I got a text from a girl in my class saying, "You want to go out on a date to Nifty 50s?" That the date did not happen, but my friends get on me literally like every time we hang out about it.
Man.
Here comes
Wait, is
my
that
guy.
what Ranson?
Yeah, here comes my guy. Let's go.
All right, the AL's going to be down 4 runs now.
Yep.
All right. I mean,
you know what I'm beginning to feel and think we need to do here? In your college football community, the grouping of all those college football fans get together every year and do a Slob Olympics.
They do a Slob Olympics where they do 40-yard dash, all these sorts of competitions, and it's all just like middle-aged slobs.
How far are you, Tony, from Erynn? It's about 8 hours?
About
Like
10.
10? Okay, that's probably still the nearest major league locale that's
Not far
equidistant between you and us. I know, though, Yost, you're even farther away.
I'm pretty far.
Okay.
It's 12 hours to Detroit.
12 hours to Detroit. How far from Chicago?
7.
7. Okay.
How is that? How did
That's
That
about
don't
right.
I got a
sense.
special way I take. It's only 7
Oh.
hours. 7.5 hours.
What about you to Cincinnati, Tony?
I think around 12.
Okay. Yeah, there's not going to be a perfectly equidistant spot for all of us, but maybe if we rotate different sites, Slob baseball.
just all come to Detroit?
Ooh.
Slob baseball. We take over the old Tiger Stadium field and do slob baseball of some sort.
That'd be fun. I might going to Detroit again.
But what do we do with that? Like, since it's not like a 40-yard dash,
Yeah.
it'd be like
Sprint
Home
from
run
like
derby.
home run derby, sprint to second. Like, there's a whole bunch of stuff you can do.
What's slot
Yeah,
baseball?
Just basically do the skills competition that they would do in Japan. A bunting contest.
Ooh, a bunting do what the Bananas do, a home run derby where like they throw it up and then they'll do that'd be fun.
but we have to have judged home run trot competitions.
Oh, I got a couple.
Are props
That's
allowed?
Oh, 10,000%. It's slob. It has to.
What does that mean? What does slob mean?
Like, you're just a slob. Like,
Like a bunch of idiots that don't know what they're doing.
That's the best. Yeah, that's the best way you can say it.
Can we make a video out of it?
Of course.
I don't think so. It wouldn't translate
No,
well in video.
what's the point? What are we doing on here? No, not at all.
Well, tell you what, I will volunteer to do play-by-play simply because I'm the only one of us that has ever filled in for Bob Euchre.
Comerica
I
Chris
actually
can be
did.
an umpire.
One time. Oh,
Comerica,
I mean, we all have to get into the action, though.
Comerica Chris can be an umpire.
Excellent.
But he's going to be biased towards me, so.
That makes it all the more fun.
Aiden, yes, you are
Yes.
already invited.
Yes.
Yeah, ate it, yeah.
Home run derby with golf balls and drivers. What about players?
Jared! We
Hello,
might actually have a chance with that.
irrelevant fan. All right, everybody. The guy is in. The most non-deserving all-star on our team has entered the game.
Road to 3K.
Road to 3K. Get it? Trending, in the words of BGB.
There's one way we can make that happen, Erynn.
What's that?
Purple hair.
Purple?
You got to do the purple hair with him.
Yost, I want a
I'm not
purple
gonna-
mustache on you. I want you to have a purple mustache.
I want to go pink.
Okay.
And I want you to. Want the that little whatever that is.
Purple tips?
Purple tips. Purple
Yeah, that was
rats,
bad, Bob. Bob, that's funny. You're right.
All right.
Rinse is going to give up a nuke. I see that right now.
Well, what was?
We had the Ball Hawk Fest.
Yeah, apparently I was supposed to set that up for Comerica. And I don't know why they're coming to me to set it up. I'm like, I don't know what to do.
Just a locale.
Rinse is going to give up
Ooh,
another
Guriel
home run.
gets on.
Yep.
Here's what
Adley
we'll do.
knew how to throw a baseball.
Salvi would have made that play.
What
Oh,
stat
my gosh.
does your boy need to reach for you to be willing to match his hair color? What stats does he need to reach?
Who? Who's my boy?
Your Tiger boy that was just in.
Lorenzen?
Yeah.
Matching
does he
his
need to
hair
do?
color?
Well, no.
What does he
you
need
get
to do
purple.
that is so awesome, so incredible, that will make you match his hair color? No, I'm sorry, I had the wrong guy. I'm sorry, that was my confusion.
Guriel?
It's okay.
What were you thinking
Yeah,
about
Guriel.
Guriel to do with purple?
Yeah, my apologies. I confused it all. I need caffeine.
I
need
was so
caffeine. I'm
confused.
sorry.
And for Lorenzen, I was gonna say he needs to hit a home run, but since that's not who we were talking about,
I know, that's on me. I'm sorry.
I'm good with I'm good without purple
I'm
hair.
sorry.
I know.
I'm telling you, Lorenz is going to give up a nuke. It's about to be a home run. I just
You know
feel
what?
it.
I don't like that negativity that you're putting out there.
It's going to happen. He shouldn't be in.
I don't like that negativity.
Lorenz
Jared-
is garbage.
Jared, I see you're in the chat. I need to know, did I complete
Yes.
Crunchy Cola?
I have to cut my hair though. I have a bald spot. I'll grow the beard out.
You see, I can't even think about doing anything hair wise.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. It's all
Yost
bad.
just wishes he had hair that he could dye purple. Like, sorry, that was kind of toxic.
grow hair, but it looks terrible. Tony is the one that has the luscious locks over here.
I don't know about luscious, but they are some locks.
But my bad. My
Tony
bad.
has a lot of hair.
Man, can we borrow some?
Frosted tips.
What about? I got a lot of hair too. But
I'm telling you, Lorenz is giving up a nuke. Here it is. If it's not Perdomo, he's gonna give up. He's gonna give it to Soto. Soto's hitting a home run.
oh my
and
gosh,
he's about to get MVP. Off of
Why?
Lorenz's home run.
CJ,
Back-to-back Jacks.
CJ, do we need to do the leave Bill Belichick alone, leave Brittany alone videos? Yes, we need to respect Erynn a lot more here, people. Be nice. Be nice.
I don't know who CJ is, but I love CJ.
Brave fan. So
Soto's up.
now the Slob Olympics needs to include Crunchy Cola.
Well, I was going to ask. So,
Okay.
Anthony, with the peanut allergy, what other nuts or similar to nuts things can you have? Any
Almonds.
almonds? Okay.
That's it.
Almonds? Wow.
What about Skittles? We call it Scola.
Nice.
Or rainbow cola.
ELS.
How about a double play right here? Get us out of the inning.
We could easily do some almonds.
That's a pretty cool bet.
How is Devin Williams? Devin Williams is there, but I don't think he's playing considering that Craig Kimbrell is replacing him on the.
Almonds are not good.
No, almonds would be really good because you already have candied almonds and like almonds that are like chocolate covered and stuff. So like having cola with almonds seems like it would just be like a sweet almond, which sounds really good.
That or like almonds and like rice pilaf, like
Ooh.
a lot of good Middle Eastern food, that type of thing. That's outstanding.
CJ has respect for women, so that's good to hear.
But we all better.
Aiden was the one who thought of Skittles, but Jared doesn't think it's a good idea, which, I mean.
Jared also thinks that having cinnamon rolls with chili is a good idea.
I'm good.
Cinnamon rolls with chili.
Yep.
That's the thing. I don't know why.
All right.
That is the thing.
If we set up
Oh,
slot
that
baseball,
just sounds.
Alonzo goes deep.
Oh!
You're making this up.
taking advantage
My
of
heart.
30
But
seconds.
my heart.
Goodness.
I hate you.
Don't mention Pete Alonso with Nick the Legend.
I'm gonna say
watching.
Nick the Legend would. I think this is the one time he's rooting for the AL because he just, as a Phillies fan, has such hatred for any Mets player, but especially Pete Alonso.
Bro, the home run derby is Pete Alonso's World Series. Like, it's the closest he'll ever be. Also, I hope Alonso strikes out here just so shove it in Yost's face.
I
That's
mean,
not a bad
it's,
thing,
it's,
ELS train tuber. It's not bad. If we do slob baseball on Philly, I think we have to do the Philly food group taste test. And that's all of them. That's all of them. Not just cheesesteaks, not just roast pork. Yes, Tony can do the vegan versions of them.
Oh
certainly.
my gosh! There's no way.
No.
There's
Why
no
don't
way.
you like Lorenzen?
Breaking news.
Look
He's
at this.
rooting for-
and Lorenzen struck him out.
Yes. Look at this. I took this picture the other day. I gotta find it.
Fried cheese curds with chili. Yes. Number one, we have to have a water ice eating contest.
It's not. Are you from Philadelphia?
Water ice.
Yeah, it's water ice. I feel like I've started to realize, is it offensive to say? I feel like it's kind of offensive. This is called water ice.
Nice.
It's not from there.
Nice, Erynn.
So that's why I stopped calling it water ice because I feel like that's offensive to locals if you try to do their, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's water ice. That's how it's supposed to be pronounced.
She does outstanding
Water.
videos. Outstanding ones.
Who?
Erynn, I'm letting CJ know that you do
I
outstanding.
do. Well, not outstanding.
Butler Ice.
They're all right.
Mr. Softy. Hey, let's talk about Mr. Softy. Mr. Softy.
Sorry,
Softy.
but we
I just love Mr. Softy. It's the greatest ice cream truck in the history of ice cream trucks. They have such great water ice. They have great everything. Go, Mr. Softy.
it is time for Take Me Out to the Ball Game, followed by the
Roll
greatest
out the
Take Me Out to
barrel.
the Green song ever.
Roll
Out the barrel, baby.
That is great. Roll out the barrel's great. Hey,
What's that?
there is a Tony. Did you watch Family Matters?
Oh yeah.
Jay, did you watch Family Matters back in the day?
Not really, but I'll go with you here.
So I watched every season for some reason on Hulu. I don't know why I did it, but I did. Steve Urkel had this like device he set up, and they sang "Roll Out the Barrel" and everything blew up. It's the funniest thing you'll ever see. It was like some karaoke thing, and it was like, you don't sing this one song, and they sung out "Roll Out the Barrel," and then everything like blew up. It was
Did Nick
hilarious.
Castellanos hit a home run every time?
Yeah, it was funny.
There's a deep fly ball left field. Nick Castellanos.
I think Kansas City is where broadcasters go to die, because that's the second time somebody did something stupid. First time somebody did something stupid, and then the A's broadcaster said something stupid. So I think Kansas City is where they all go to die.
Maybe that's why
I
Bob
did do
Uecker never
that.
goes on the road again.
Yeah, he can't. It's bad. A long fly ball to left field. It's always a funny joke, and it always remains funny. I love it.
Man, but yeah, we'd have to do everything from water ice to tomato pie, not pizza, tomato pie.
I don't really like tomato pie, but okay.
To can anyone eat scrapple?
What is that?
Think what goes in your inside the casing of the Coney dog, outside the casing. Can we zoom in?
I nominate Erynn.
Yeah, I would nominate Erynn.
I've never had it either, so I may be joining you in that world of.
Uh-oh. Julio's in.
Are you sending me me? Oh my god! Delete my number. Sending me memes.
That's a nice statue they're showing on Fox of Alex Morgan. That's a really nice statue.
Oh, that's awesome. Team USA Women. World Cup coming up.
We're playing Vietnam on the 20th.
Aiden, that's always the funniest joke to me every time.
Yes.
That'd be a horrible ball game.
Thank
it never
you for the
gets old.
sub, CJ. I appreciate it. Road to 3K.
All right, now.
And now up to the plate.
Hey, Yost, if I DoorDash some Little Caesars, will you be my driver?
Sure, I'll drive 12 hours to give it to you. By that time, it'll be morning.
Good thing. I just want you to know I don't tip well.
I will
Especially
spit in
after.
your food personally.
Oh, that's not personal at all.
Yeah, I'll go into a public bathroom and leave it in there to let it simmer, and then I'll bring it to you.
Good.
Flint does have some nice public restrooms.
How close are you to Ann Arbor?
Like an hour. But
All
it's
right.
down there.
I'll make a deal. Erynn, you get to 3,000 subs. I'm actually, me, the pizza snob, I'm actually going to get Little Caesars.
I am so sorry for you.
No, don't get Little Caesars.
Can
Or
I
should
give
I
you
twist
like?
that?
Can I give you like some like? I don't know. I don't even know what's better than that. We got this place in town. It's called Zippy's. But what's funny is that place is worse. I probably shouldn't have said that because now.
Wow,
There goes
it's
your
way too much.
sponsorship.
Yeah.
I want to be sponsored by the Detroit Tigers.
But up to the plate right now is Julio.
Did you guys see the show he put on last night?
Oh yeah.
That was, and then he fell apart in the
That
second
was happens
round.
with home run derbies.
Yup.
Yep, every time.
But that was awesome.
And he just struck out.
Ridiculous. All right, I found a place here in Philly where I want to get some Detroit-style pizza, and they got a really cool story. It's
Detroit
called
style,
Down.
Philly style pizza.
No, you're not.
It's called Down
Oh my
North
gosh.
Pizza. Up.
Hey, wave to Tony. Wave to everybody. Hey.
Hey.
Yeah.
Do we?
Edie.
Let's see.
Everybody's looking at you saying hi.
Edie.
Sponge of a pizza with
Well,
caramelization.
fine. Just leave
Hey.
me, Katie.
No,
Tony's
I want
waving
to.
at you. I know.
You said you'll get some Little Caesars if you.
Unless you think I should switch to this other place called Down North
Well,
Man,
They-
don't make me talk
They
bad to you.
specialize in Detroit style, but their story is that they specifically hire people who were previously incarcerated. It's sort of a way to give them a second chance at life. And they become like really good pizza chefs. This
So-
place is well renowned.
I was just about to make a joke, but I'll
That's
refrain.
okay. But
If I get to 3,000 subs, or when it happens, I will make you a deal, and I will
Eat
buy
3,000
your Little
subs.
Caesars or whatever pizza you want.
No, eat coleslaw. I will personally.
No,
If you order coleslaw,
you're getting 3,000 subs.
a West Virginia dog.
if you order coleslaw on my tab, you will be pulling out your credit card to pay for that order.
I
Tell
don't
my
think
TikTok
Little
followers
Caesars
to go
offers
follow you to get to
coleslaw.
3,000. You have to eat a whole thing of coleslaw.
I actually can't even like. It's weird because the
The
pizza,
Royals killer.
like you go to an actual Little Caesars, the pizza there is different than the Little Caesars at the park, and it's weird. The Little Caesars at Comerica is so chewy and gross,
Ew.
but I actually don't mind the Little Caesars in town. You
Here's a
know,
fun
I've been
fact.
trying to get to 3K for like a year now, and
It ain't
Here's
easy.
a fun fact, you guys. I used to work at Little
it's
Caesars.
not.
Nice.
I used to work at Little Caesars in St. Joseph, Missouri. Little Caesars was legit.
Were you
the pizza
Little
I made was
Caesar
good.
himself?
I was not, but I was very good at making those pizzas.
Good question from Rob. Why is it okay to put sauerkraut in a hot dog, but coleslaw is
Sauerkraut's
frowned
gross.
upon? It's made of
Sauerkraut is-
cabbage.
It's basically just pickled sauerkraut or pickled
Yeah.
coleslaw.
So you guys are
Yep.
telling me you like sauerkraut?
Not really.
You put
Yeah.
sauerkraut
All
and
right.
secret stadium sauce on a bratwurst at Miller Park / American Family Field / whatever the heck you
It's
want to call
always
it.
Miller Park. It'll be Miller
Just
Park.
say
till
Miller
the end.
Park. Don't do all this slash
It's
stuff.
Miller Park, and it is butter.
It's Miller Park until the Brewers give us money.
Best stadium food ever.
You know what Aiden's gonna do? He's gonna make 100 fake accounts and watch them all and get the Erynn 3,000.
No. I want to legit. I'm only 732 away.
731.
Well, you need to agree on
you know-
a bet.
Happy Odag.
Honestly, I've gained a few off this live. I tried to get it trending on Twitter, but it didn't work.
Rucci? Nope.
Thank all of you for bringing people over, by the way. We appreciate that. What do we got here?
Adley Rutschman. Not deep.
Yeah. Going to 8. 2-1 AL.
So while we're on the topic of YouTube channels, how about we talk about at the end of the 7th where you can find everyone. Let's start with the man to our right, Baseball Road Tripper.
That's
Where can they find
exactly.
you?
That's exactly where they can find me. Just at Baseball Road
Use
Tripper.
the names.
And then we'll go to Erynn
At Erynn Johnson.
and Yost.
At Yost Malone on every platform. TikTok's my biggest one. YouTube, Instagram,
Well-
Threads now.
At Yost Malone 1, right?
Ooh,
Yost Malone 1. Threads
They're
is my-
they're finding me because the number's going up. So
Yeah, TikTok's my biggest one by far. It's insane.
And
yeah, I don't know how you did that. I cannot find. I gave up on TikTok because the algorithm was not.
TikTok's the
finding me.
best. It's the absolute best.
The algorithms are even crazy as I've learned in the world of books. It's
Yeah.
like I've had people tell me that with the release that we just did, I need to buy a whole bunch of books, not at the author price, but at full price, because it's going to raise our sales up even more because it gets the algorithm moving. It's ridiculous.
I also did hear recently about the opposite end of that, where a lot of these like Amazon and other book suppliers,
Yeah.
there's a new trend of basically bombing book reviews before the book is released.
Mhm.
And the lady who just did Eat, Pray, Love, she was going to release a book, and it was going to be set in Siberia basically 100 years ago. But the fact that it was in Russia, even though it was not current times, people had an issue with that. So they started bombing her book review before it was ever released. And that caused her to indefinitely delay her book release.
Oh, wow.
So it's becoming a real issue that people are essentially reviewing things before they have the chance to, just to attack authors. It's insane.
Thank you for not doing that yet to greater.
Do the opposite.
While we're on that topic, Greater Than the Games, Volume 1, MK 2028.
5
on
stars.
Amazon today.
Volume 5 will be Minnesota. Volume 6, Detroit. Volume 7, the Summer Games at Kansas City.
Absolutely. I'm a typer. Sorry.
5 stars on Amazon, right, Anthony?
Yep.
Awesome. Thank you. But yeah.
Hey, Jay, send me a video. I'm going to post it on my TikTok for you.
Oh, thank you. I'll do that now. I'll do that this moment. Do you like the raw footage or just a link?
Just send me, if you could send me like the raw footage, so I'll just post it on there for you.
After we're done, I'll send it to you.
Just tell me what time to post it.
For all our
I'll
channels,
post it for you.
I'm like
Thank
2
you.
minutes early, but
Thank
for all
you.
our two innings early.
I mean,
but,
hopefully you can get some type of realization for you.
Thank you,
So
man.
hopefully at least get 1,000 views or something.
All right. Since we're on the topic, you know, you
yeah, I was gonna say I know I'm 2 innings early. We'll do this again at the end, but for all of our channels on our social media, make sure to like, share, subscribe, and hit that bell.
Ding, ding, ding.
And now on the mound from the
Orioles.
Felix Bautista. And guess who's up? The world's ending. I don't know what
Nick
Castellanos. Let's go, Nick.
Oh, can I show you guys something?
Sure.
No.
Hey, Jay, how do you like Threads?
What's that?
How do you like Threads?
Threads?
We're doing.
It's decent so far. It's not changing my world. It's not bad. It's just there. It's pretty decent. Aiden, thank you. Thank you for understanding.
They're posting hard on Threads too. Like,
I've not gotten Threads yet, or whatever.
It feels like Twitter or Facebook circa 2008, 2009.
yeah.
It does at that point. But I want to ask each of you.
Yeah.
Since beautiful.
Oh, wow.
Beautiful. Since I've been blessed now to be able to tell a story about my ultimate dream, the ultimate craziest dream I could have ever thought of, and that we actually tried to go out there and do it. The guy to our right, you sort of did that a little bit.
Yeah, he did.
You big time did that.
And one of the guys in the comments did it with my best friend, and that was huge.
What are we referring to?
The coast to
Boston,
coast.
LA.
Oh, how to add how to
Y'all
travel
follow
to LA on a
Aiden.
penny?
He's like a super fan. Give this guy a follow.
Yeah.
Aiden's a super.
Just sum up each other.
Every one of the comments, yeah, exactly.
Jared,
Get him
Les,
to 100
everyone.
subscribers.
Let's get Aiden to. I don't think I'm even following. Let me get him to 100. Let me help out.
Now, I've pursued my ultimate dream, the biggest, ridiculous, crazy dream ever. Tony's was much more reachable. He did it. He didn't plan an Olympic Games. He went and did his thing in a day and did it. Erynn and Yost, your ultimate dream. Your ultimate
There you go, Aiden.
dream.
I got you.
Hold on.
Ultimate dream. You can go ahead, Aiden, if you want to. I know mine.
I just have to say,
Anything?
the noties aren't on for Aiden. I'm just giving you a hard time.
Well, I
I
can name somebody in Minnesota who subbed to me but doesn't have my but
Honor.
anyway. Like ultimate baseball dream?
Just ultimate dream in general. It doesn't have to be
Something
baseball.
that you really, really want to accomplish in your life that is crazy that you absolutely are going to be like, I'm doing this.
Well, I have something. I have a dream. I just don't know about that second part, if I'll be able to do it or not.
Okay.
Now with that attitude, be
Um,
positive. Now that you can accomplish anything.
retire
by
both
you.
of my parents.
What's that? Sorry.
retire both of my parents.
Going to date with her.
No, that's not. That's not. Why is that a thing? Bob was texting me. Oh, you guys would look cute together. When I'm like, no.
That would be a cute
No.
one.
No, I was not
He's
going
like-
anywhere near that.
He's like 12 and I'm almost 20, bro.
Man.
So give it another
He's like-
decade.
He's gonna keep you young. It's all okay. After you turn a certain age, it doesn't matter.
Don't worry. I have 2 tigers I'm keeping my eyes on, but they both have girlfriends. But good thing girlfriends are just temporary. So back to the
On that
ultimate
note-
dream question. Yeah, that's my answer.
Okay. Okay.
Mine is to go to a Royals and Brewers World Series.
Ooh.
So maybe this
Oh,
year?
good luck with that one.
Are we going to have to
That'd be a tough-
cryogenically preserve your body like Han Solo in the
that would
Star
be
Wars
rough.
series and then release you when in the year
Yes.
2327 they're finally
Yes.
playing in it?
Yeah. But one that's most recent is I want to go to 3 stadiums and catch a ball like Doug Hakey did. And gone.
Let's see.
Home run.
Somebody in here said their final score prediction was 3-2 NL. I don't know who it was.
Boom!
I don't know who it was.
Nationally,
Off,
baby.
Off Bautista, by the way. That's crazy. Not
going
off
now?
Michael Lorenzen. So Michael Lorenzen's the true all-star of the night.
Nationally, baby.
Somebody said it was their final score prediction was 3-2.
I mean, that's ELS train tuber. Boom.
Also, I'm just gonna say ELS was also the same person that said that Oliver Maxence Prosper of the Bucks was gonna get drafted 24th in the NBA draft a few
Marquette,
weeks
yep.
ago. Yeah. Oh yeah, I meant from Marquette, and well, he got drafted 24th a couple weeks ago.
Now we'll talk a little bit too much college basketball for your taste. I completely understand. Look at I'm looking at the screen. You're seeing like 5'2" Tim Kirkjian just sitting down watching all these guys celebrate.
ESPN.
Oh, you don't know that, Jackson
Oh.
Johnson? You don't know
Who's
that?
my team? Okay, I'm kind of crazy. I have 3 favorite teams in MLB: the Twins, Royals, and Brewers. Those are my 3 favorite
Hut,
teams.
hut, and hut.
A lot of sadness in his life.
I know a
Cool,
ton.
baby.
I
Can't get any better.
texted Yost one day and I was like, I'm sorry. I feel so bad for you as a Royals fan because like it's
They're so
always
bad.
disappointment. And he was like, his response shocked me because it was like, there's I don't know something like
The
he's not
Tigers.
disappointed.
Los Tigres.
And
Tigers.
over there, Twins.
Yeah, kind of twins.
Yeah, he kind of likes them.
Our college football community is very much Atlanta Braves fans.
Oh, without a doubt,
The Braves are my second favorite team. So
Okay.
I go from disappointment to
wins.
World championships.
I'll teach you the ways of the lineup card, Aiden. I don't publicize it anymore because,
Yost and Erynn are your Yoda.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, I don't care. I don't think it should be a secret. So I'll
My
tell you.
lineup card is upstairs from the Blue Rocks game.
so many. I feel so bad because so many people bother Juan now for the card, and he gets so stressed. He's like, "Oh, I think I was supposed to give it to you, or you asked, or like he can't ever remember."
Juan's a legit dude. He will handle.
Oh,
it
he is.
Juan's a
He
good
can't.
dude.
He came up to me one of the last games, and he was like, Erynn, and I was like, hey, any chance for a ball? I'm not on the board yet. He goes over to the bullpen bag, and he's like, he throws me one, and he's like, shh, like that didn't happen.
Juan's a good dude.
All right, CJ's question. Anyone on the panel have a favorite football team? Well, you're an NFL co-owner.
Go, Pack, go!
Kansas City Chiefs, ruler of the world. It does not matter. We're going to be the greatest dynasty ever.
Detroit
Ooh.
Lions, Super Bowl winners 2024.
Actually,
How about disappointment? Oh my
predicted-
gosh, the Lions.
I said that next year, I made a prediction that next year the Lions would be in the Super Bowl. I said it's going to be Jets-Lions in the Super Bowl next year. I put that on the record.
go Pack, go.
Oh, yeah.
Go Pack, go.
My
And-
Against the best team.
This
My-
guy over here is a fan of the purple incarnations of Satan.
actually no, my favorite football team is Paris Saint-Germain.
Yeah! Well, also, so I saw a thing about of course, yeah, Nick's a Vols
Birds.
fan. Birds.
Oh, a Falcons fan.
And loves Titans.
Nick, Nick the Legend, you're a fan of the Dirty Birds, right?
Go Chiefs.
The Charleston Dirty Birds.
The Charleston
Nope.
Dirty
The
Birds in the Independent League?
The Falcons, back in the day, they did the Dirty Bird.
Oh yeah, I remember
One of the
that.
funniest
Beat the
videos I ever
Vikings
saw
to
was
go to the
Dan
Super Bowl.
Reeves, the coach, doing the Dirty Bird after they made the Super Bowl.
Dirty Bird was
And I know it's a
legit. That was
bad
the best
memory
thing.
for you, baseball road tripper, but
The Dirty Bird was legit.
I knew
man.
you'd like that, Yost.
I love the Dirty Bird. It's the best.
But I definitely think, Erynn, your drought for your Lions is ending soon.
But the thing
Unless
is, it's
Patrick
still
Mahomes gets injured and doesn't
the
play
thing is,
ever
it's still
again, then
Detroit,
maybe.
and Detroit is a cursed sports city. So
Sounds like Philly.
Wait, the Red Wings for so long.
Yeah, you
How
can't
many
complain.
championships
Yeah, the Red
in
Wings.
Your lifetime.
I'm not even like a hockey, football, basketball fan, but like, I mean, I still want my teams to do well.
Excellent. As you should.
Oh, the Pistons, the bad boys.
Hey, I loved Ben Wallace back in the day.
I'm not a Piston. I'm a Golden State fan.
Wait, what do you call them, Erynn? The Pistons?
Do we want to
Family
get into
Proud.
who we call the first baseman on the Tigers?
Oh, yeah, Spencer Twerkelson.
You said Twerkelson?
Yeah, doesn't he twerk all the time to get guys out?
Yes.
We'll quickly change the subject. Enjoy community
Good.
gifts to your college football team. But Aiden is attempting to get Erynn into hockey.
Yes.
Aiden, go Flyers through and through. We're winning the cup sooner than later. You can
I
ask
like
me
hockey.
questions.
I like hockey. It's fun to watch. I just don't understand it.
You know what
I
icing means?
watch every.
I
watch every
I
playoff
enjoy
hockey.
watching people, body slam each other, but like
Of course.
just as much as the next person. But I don't understand what is going on.
Go
Nick,
Golden
don't,
Knights.
don't listen to Nick, Erynn, about the Lions. Nick is just mad he left Philly. I am too, but he left Philly.
I don't even know
for
who
the
that
Lions.
is.
CJ Gardner-Johnson was like one of the best safeties in the league
Soccer
last
razor
year,
blades,
and he
that's
left the Eagles for the Lions.
Oh, I mean, George Carlin
Yeah.
said it perfectly about hockey. It is not a sport. It is three different activities. It is skating, it is moving a puck, and it's beating the bleep out of each other.
Absolutely.
That's all it is.
I watch playoff hockey. You can confirm. I watched a lot of playoff hockey, but
I know
watch-
the playoffs last for like 6 months.
Yeah,
But your sport, Tony, your state has maybe the best hockey tradition of them all.
The boys state high school hockey tournament is honestly the Stanley Cup for kids in our state. It is by far, like, even they'll interview former NHL players and they'll ask them what their favorite moment in hockey was, and a lot of them, if they got to play in the state high school hockey tournament, that might be their number one thing, because it's like football in Texas, it's hockey in Minnesota.
CJ,
Oh,
Nick,
CJ
be nice.
brought the
Be nice.
CJ brought the fighting word. CJ,
Yost,
don't
can you
keep
check
it
the
around
meme
me.
I just sent you?
I'm not checking my phone anymore.
But the best part, and forgive me if I missed your point as I was trying to help keep peace between CJ and Nick,
Nick.
is not
Those were
isn't
funny
even the
words.
game. It's the introduction of the teams and the mullet show.
The hockey hair. Yeah.
The mullet show. I am a believer, and I know that in Milwaukee, the Brewers have been having this growth of players with mullets. Every player on the Brewers roster this year either needs to have a mullet or a fro.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Rowdy Tellez with a fro. is
Rowdy
scary.
Tellez with a fro.
That's scary.
Uh-oh. Is this dangerous, Erynn?
What was I gonna say? Oh,
I
So
forgot
you-
Kelly's on about.
we're talking about like other sports for a second, so I might just have to say, in soccer, go Burnley FC, new to the Premier League. JJ Watt co-owns them, so go Burnley. So there's your soccer those for the day. As Lourdes Gurriel's up to the plate.
Yes. Well, let's actually get on topic here. Let's get on
We talked about hockey. We talked about everything. So
and we've talked about coleslaw.
Oh, not again. I will take this.
I'll
Start
do,
talking-
Okay, so
I will
Start
do
talking
little
about
Caesars.
coleslaw again.
I'll do Little Caesars for you when you hit 3,000, Erynn. I'll do it gladly.
Everybody unsubscribe right now. Actually, don't.
oh no,
please.
we're gonna get you to 3,000. I'm gonna
We will.
personally get you to 3,000, and you're gonna have to eat coleslaw, just like you had to eat grass that time.
That honestly, I'll be real with you. Grass don't even taste that bad, but the idea of it is what made me gag. Like,
Here's one.
Make a bet.
Worst-
Don't make a bet against me.
Worst Jelly Belly flavor.
buttered popcorn.
No.
Also,
But-
I want to say this before we get into that. Yost, I will try coleslaw again at 3,000 subscribers.
Awesome.
Okay, good.
Get her to
We'll do
3,000.
it.
And Jared, yes. Applause. Great stuff.
And
Great stuff
at,
that you and Tony did.
at 3,001 subscribers, I will go back to Minnesota and I will do crunchy cola the correct way. My
Nice.
mom just yelled, "Coleslaw is good, Erynn," from the other room.
Nice. Great stuff. We have a question from Jackson. Taking the Tigers so far this year.
Chiefs.
I think it's just about what I expected going into the season. I said 78 to 80 wins. I think we have a chance at that if everybody
No.
stays healthy.
He's talking about the LSU Tigers.
I don't think so.
Auburn.
What?
The whole AL Central
That's
is
back.
completely awful.
They had the
Oh,
number
yeah.
1 and 2 draft picks.
We're the worst.
That is very dangerous. Watch out.
Don't ask me
Nice
what I
goal.
thought about their draft.
Can we say anything about baseball drafts this early on after the draft?
No.
Yes,
No.
I saw that 17.7% of draft picks actually go to the MLB.
Aiden wants Skittles in his, so we're doing Scola for
Yeah, Les, you can stay
Anthony
over
and
where you're at.
Aiden.
Sorry. Yeah, let's just talking mess.
Can we do a on this day in baseball history very quickly? On this day in baseball history in 1909, Babe Ruth made his major league debut.
Yeah, I saw that graphic.
So just there
And
you go.
Shohei, what do you think? Does Shohei have the capability to top Babe Ruth?
No,
No.
two different eras. You can't. That's like comparing Michael Jordan to LeBron James. It's like, why can't I understand it's a part of sports, but like I hate the compare
Yes, you
this
do.
guy to this guy. Why can't you just
Oh.
appreciate greatness?
I have to reach down and get my drink. because I've got some haterade. It's
I
Josh
have a
Hader.
couple questions.
Oh! Whit made it to the All-Star. I'm so done with Whit Merrifield. Anyways. Oh.
He was a Tigers killer when the Tigers were playing Toronto. I'm like, oh my gosh, can't get. I already had too much of this guy.
Going back to the draft picks, who were the 3 number 1 overall draft picks in Major League Baseball history that have reached the Hall of Fame?
There's a Minnesota connection, I bet, with one of them. So I'm going to guess Dave Winfield.
No Minnesota connection.
Salvi. Oh.
Kenny's Vargas.
Where'd you? Oh my gosh.
Oh, Jared.
Jared. It's called.
I will give you a hint. One of them used to play for where this is being hosted right now.
Mariners.
Griffey.
There we go.
Yes.
Griffey?
Gotta be Griff. Gotta be Griff. Gotta be
Erynn, who
What a play! Sorry.
Erynn,
we got
who
something
was-
coming.
who's your second favorite
Good
baseball
job, Whit. Got doubled up.
Second favorite what?
baseball team?
1,
Ross.
2.
You claimed it was a National League team?
The Braves.
Yep. One of them is a Brave. Can you guess? A recent induction.
Venny's Cargus.
Smolty.
Chipper Jones.
There we go. Chipper Jones.
Chipper.
And then the
You
third
didn't say
one.
it right. You have to say it like Skip. Chipper Jones here, and the Braves lead 3-2.
The third one, I will give 2 hints. Former White Sox and also probably the worst
Frank
Hall of
Thomas.
Famer ever.
Frank Thomas.
Worst Hall of Famer. Like, shouldn't have been made it. Harold Baines.
Wait a minute. You're ripping Harold Baines?
I mean,
How can you rip Harold
Chipper
Baines?
Jones. That's
we look
funny.
at his WAR. It's pretty like he was a good baseball player, but not a Hall of Famer.
Hold on. I gotta look this up. And yeah, Devin's
Wait,
out
so what was the question that we were answering?
The 3 number 1 overalls that reached the Hall of Fame. It was Griffey, Chipper, and Harold Baines.
Well,
All right.
Can we?
All right, I got a
Still
question.
got his
I got a
chance.
question. Do you guys hear your guys' broadcast hard hit rate? That's not a thing everywhere else.
What?
Do you guys hear your broadcast called hard hit rate, like the hard hit ball rate and how hard the team hits the ball? Do you guys hear that a lot on your broadcast?
Not
whenever you listen to
really.
the game?
No.
Every once in a while.
You think
The
Bob
dang
Hughes is talking about
Royals.
hard hit rates?
The darn Royals talk about the hard hit ball rate so much. They're like,
It
that
might-
ball was hit over. I'm like, if you don't be quiet,
They must be talking about for the other team, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say otherwise they're not talking much.
I mean, does Denny Matthews talk about hard hit rates? What?
it's awful.
You're
It's always hard hit rate over hard. Yes, every time. Listen to one Rose Brad, and you'll hear hard hit rate every inning. It's so bad.
I'm gonna listen to one. I'm gonna listen to one, and they're not gonna talk about it at all.
You want to bet? I will bet you. I will bet you right now. They talk about hard hit rate so much. Oh, it gets so annoying.
What's the bet? Bowl coleslaw.
I'll bet you coleslaw right now if you listen to a whole Royals broadcast.
I'll let
about
you
hard
win
hit
that
rate.
bet fair and square.
That will be the line of the night that will forever stand in my mind from this live. I'll bet you coleslaw.
I will
You
bet
know what's
a
gonna-
thing of coleslaw.
You know it's gonna the thing that's gonna stand mine. The line from tonight for me. I sleep on a prison cot.
Oh man.
Good, Bob. That was a good one.
It's not that bad, is it?
I mean, you should probably turn the light back off, but we're not gonna say anything.
All right, who's ahead
Who we got?
of Harold Baines'
Oh,
war?
is this Pablo? Oh, they saved the best for last.
Let's see. Andy Van Slyke has a better career WAR than Harold Baines. Gary Gaetti has a better career WAR.
Robin Ventura.
And now on the mound,
Rabbit Moranville has a better WAR.
Pablo Lopez.
Coleslaw bets against the Geneva Convention.
Kenny's Vargas should have been able to bat 2 spots in the lineup, 1 for each Kenny.
De La Cruz Jackson has destroyed the entire Central. The Reds are taking it, sadly.
The Brewers are still going to win it.
I hope.
We're going to beat the
wrong.
Reds this weekend.
No, the Brewers are going to win it. I like De La Cruz though. I like him, man. He's good. He's good for baseball. I do like him. But the Brewers are going to win it.
And then Nick and I are going to get to have the debate on who's going to win the Phillies-Brewers wild card series in Milwaukee.
Rusty Staub, Le Grand L'Orange, has a better WAR than Harold Baines?
Aiden, don't make me block you.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
That's good. That's gonna be the thing now. People from the street, like that's gonna be, and then everybody in my comments are gonna be like, "Why are they talking about coleslaw?"
We're gonna do hashtag Team Erynn Slaw. That's gonna be the new thing.
Nice.
Get your Tigers jersey, name it Slaw.
Got it.
I'd wear that with pride too.
Hey, no, Erynn. Instead of day stock, your day slaw.
Ladies and gentlemen, the new release on Motown Records, Erynn and the Slaws.
Why does that kind of go hard though?
So,
Hip, hip.
I guess you could
Hooray.
say you slaughtered it.
Yeah, what happened to Jorge?
We are proud, Happy Hodag, to make sure that the slaw count is higher than the overall combined pitch count tonight.
I wouldn't have known had it not come up more times than she has subs.
So I'm gonna ask Yost, since he's the Brewers fan here. Do you think the Brewers need to make a move at the deadline? And if so, what position? Do you have a certain player, et cetera, et cetera?
You know, I've really been watching the Brewers much this season. I've kind of been watching from afar, so I couldn't even give a reasonable answer.
Okay.
I've been kind of watching from afar a little bit. I've been so mad
been-
about the Royals, so like I can't focus my energy on it.
I've been telling this guy that we need an outfielder until Jackson Chourio comes up next year, because I mean it's not that pretty in the outfield right now with Tapia and Perkins playing a lot.
Can I interest you in a Max Kepler? Slightly used?
Apparently, the Max Kepler is to Minnesota like Akil Baddoo is to Detroit. I don't know what it's going to take for them to get cut, but
Brewers should trade the whole infield to Kansas City. That's funny.
Because the problem
they still would lose.
The problem with the Brewers lineup, like our worst hitter is Jesse Winker. He's batting under 200. So Yelich needs to move to the DH, and then we need to get an outfielder who can play for Yelich. And then Winker is I think we should DFA Winker and bring up Keston Hiura, because Keston Hiura has been tearing
Cass
off
Daddy,
the
man. I love Cass Daddy. Cass Daddy's my guy. I love that guy.
Yes,
He gets such disrespect. Such disrespect.
he has been a beast in AAA this year.
Cass Daddy's I love that guy.
Anybody want Kyle Schwarber?
Sadly, Nick, we already have enough home run hitters that have like terrible averages. So I'm not really interested in Kyle Schwarber right now.
Does anybody want to Javier Baez?
Armando?
We'll give him up for some cash considerations.
Should we do a weekly show called Baseball Scrappy?
Yes, we
We should
should.
do one.
Oh, he's terrible. He's so. Oh my gosh.
I mean, every Royals player will be on there, but
Truth
still.
there. Very
That's
true.
very true, CJ, but he's just absolutely atrocious.
Castellanos with the base hit. Oh, sorry.
Who will win MVP? I'm thinking it might be De La Cruz.
Yeah.
It might be De La Cruz.
It may very well be. That would be insane too.
Aiden wants a Javier Bracamonte.
I
Man,
need a new coach. That's funny.
And that is a base hit for Nicholas Castellanos, who says, somewhat controversial topic.
Oh, not again with the slaw question. I thought we were still-
Yesterday, Mr. Castellanos said that Scooby-Doo is a superhero. What do we think about that?
Hey, he fights crime.
yes.
He solves mysteries. I mean, just because he can't fly doesn't mean he can't communicate or do have any other types of powers. So I can see that happening.
So
I think Scooby Doo is a superhero.
Because everybody wants to know, coleslaw's just nasty. And then Nicholas asked if we want Gregory Soto back and that he cut his dreadlocks. I'm good because we have a Gregory Soto of our own in Alex Lang. And
Oh, I know.
one of the guys that we got out of the Gregory Soto trade that came from Philly is hopefully I can't. One of the guys that we got out of the trade is like my boyfriend. He just doesn't know it yet. So
Connor?
Connor did not come to Philadelphia.
Yeah, be
or
nice.
from Philadelphia.
Exactly, be nice.
I'm talking Mr. Nicholas Mayton.
Oh, Nick Mathon. Okay.
I'm sorry, but none of
Well,
this
the
is
AL
content
winning.
of the week.
Isn't Matt Vierling on the Tigers?
Oh, and yeah.
I know who he is because he did car sales commercials here in Philly.
Yep, they're over here too.
And yeah, so and then he got sent down.
Erynn has a boyfriend confirmed. Yes, Erynn does have a boyfriend named Connor.
Oh no!
Just Mayton.
Oh no!
Oh.
Now we're moving to seafood discussion.
No,
Oh,
I
man.
don't.
Hey, CJ, I totally
I'll
agree.
pass. I'll pass
I
on
totally
the seafood
agree with
discussion.
I totally agree with that.
Oh,
My sister had the big.
I gotta go for it. I'm not gonna make you endure it, but I gotta go for it.
I don't eat seafood, and I'm half Italian. So
Jared,
Neck beard.
what about the 2% rat's tail on the side?
Man,
It's getting white now.
Mine.
All right.
It's getting white too. So is mine.
I'm going to risk
Aiden,
the
I don't have a
possibility of
boyfriend.
something because this absolutely has to be shared with you. It is the best content of the entire week
yes, it is.
in baseball.
I was the one who told him about this.
I don't believe that until I see it.
Oh, you're going to love this. You are going to love this.
Does anybody want a baseball?
It was Sesame Street Day at the Brewers this past Saturday.
Oh man.
Did they take it down?
I hope not.
Don't tell me they took it down. That would be unconscionable. It was brilliant. It was gold.
Hey, can I share something real quick?
Yeah, while we're searching, go for it.
So Bob has a message for everybody. He is out to dinner, and he has reserved some slaw for Erynn, and he wrote "reserved for Erynn" on a piece
Oh
of
my
paper.
gosh.
Look at it. It looks like it just doesn't look good.
Erynn.
Forgive me, I have to find.
Oh, there it is.
Here it is. Here
We
it is.
found it.
Okay. When your number 2 radio and TV voice of your favorite team can do a world-class impersonation of Elmo.
You gotta come off the mic.
To try it again.
Are we sure?
Who is
Are we
that?
sure that's not? Are we sure that's not Tony?
Can you hear it?
Who is that?
Who is doing that?
Jeff Levering of the Brewers.
Also on Fox Sports.
Yeah,
good.
Big Ten Network. He does all. He's a great guy, by the way. Awesome guy.
But when your announcer can do Sesame Street characters,
Pretty good.
yes. But what I missed and what never happened.
Oh, hold on. I gotta do it. I told you I would do it. Craig Kimbrell's in the game, so I gotta do the Kimbrell stance.
Yeah, bottom of the ninth, none out, 3-2 National League.
Let's go, Craig Kimbrell.
Tony, did you see the meme? Or not Tony? Yost?
I'm deleting everything you send me. I saw this one.
Jackson?
Are you actually?
Yes. I saw it. No, I saw the meme you sent me.
Cookie Monster was at, yes, the Brewers game as well, but it was a sin that he did not get into the booth with Euchre for an inning. You know
who would be? Jay, did you ever watch Brockmeyer?
Of course.
I'm telling you, Kansas City should bring him down. It would be an awesome broadcast.
Oh my gosh.
But the Royals are not that bright. They wouldn't do it.
Euchre is one of the guys who can put Bob Costas in his place. I enjoy Costas. He can sometimes be a little bit pompous. Euchre knows how to put him in his place.
Absolutely. I agree with that 100%.
That's legit.
What is Costas up to right now?
MLB Network, TBS. Tuesday Night Baseball.
Oh my gosh, the Kimbrell. That's ridiculous. I mean, it's bonkers.
Uh-oh.
What just happened?
Oh no, you guys aren't going to be very happy.
That's the most sarcastic thing I've ever heard in my life.
Oh no, he's telling the truth.
Let's see.
Oh,
I don't believe him.
Okay, it's not an 88 mile-an-hour fastball, though. It's just put in the dirt.
Oh!
Uh-oh.
What is happening?
We get it last, probably. We get it last.
It's a major league ball. Ball from a no-hitter.
Okay, so
Soto got the out.
It's an out.
Yep.
So that's good. Let's go, Craig.
I think you're way far ahead.
No, I thought that no, that was it. I thought that you guys were cheering for the AL. You said AL was going to win, so
we predicted. We weren't cheering.
The AL really out here looking like the Detroit Tigers offense today.
Man. Now,
Ain't no way that guy brought a glove but didn't catch it.
is that place that you go to, that's Chris Chelios' bar that's right outside Comerica that you had to, Erynn?
No, it's called Elwood
Okay. That's different then.
Bar and Grill. It's right outside the left field gates.
Let's see.
ELS train 2.
That honestly, that's a crazy guess. 3-2
Yes.
NL, and looking like they're gonna be right. What's even crazier is that the AL was dominant for 9 years, and then just
he got the script already. He knew.
Oh, when I was growing up, the National League won every single year. And then the American League just demolished him in one game at the Old Comiskey. That was just filthy from Kimbrell.
isn't it in Philly next year?
26.
I thought it was
Days.
next year. Where is it next year?
Dallas.
What?
It's in Arlington next year.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, Philly's getting it in 26 days after.
You want to
the
bet
World
Colts on it, Erynn? You want to bet Colts on it?
You're right.
Well, shit.
That is-
DoorDash me some coleslaw. So why is it that 2024 is Texas? They already have 2026, but 2025 is still to be determined.
I think they wanted to give Philly the All-Star game on the 250th birthday of the country, 1776 to 2026.
Makes sense.
They
Gotcha.
wanted to give it that demarcation.
Mid U.S. World Cup, by the way.
Do you think Detroit's gonna have one ever again?
It should.
Yeah.
I mean, the last one was 2005.
Hey, it's longer than Milwaukee's been waiting. Or it's shorter
20
than Milwaukee.
years. Why not do it 2025 in Detroit? 20-year
Man
anniversary.
City was
I get
2012.
that. Oh,
I'd be a
all
terrible.
right. Has
be
Slaw
terrible for the
jumped
derby,
the
though.
shark? Slaw has officially jumped the shark. It's all
What's
right.
up, Fluff?
2-1 count, 2 outs. Kyle Tucker at the plate. Kimbrel with a nasty pitch. That's going to be foul. 2-2 count now.
Our thoughts, by the way, on that, like sort of
Oh, Julio.
greenish gray,
Tony,
like
shut up.
the
Uh-oh.
hat
He's a
you're all
hero.
wearing tonight.
Bad. I don't like them.
Yeah, that's like my grandmother's.
It's mint. That's, I think, the best color.
Yeah.
With is mint.
It's like my grandmother's curtains back at her house.
Uh-oh.
No way.
Oh, man.
Full count
Biggest moment
This
ever.
is how they wrote it.
to Tucker.
Let's
The
walk
Correct.
it off, Julio.
pitch. And it's a walk.
All right.
And
Okay.
there he is. Mr. 44 himself. Julio.
It's going to be a great series, C&J. Great series, C&J.
Julio
Look at this
Rodriguez.
picture of Adley and Lorenzen.
Excellent.
Oh. That's almost the best coleslaw.
I'm so done. You know, the next live we do together, that room's gonna be spotless, and then you'll have nothing to bully me about. The bed's gonna be made.
Yeah, because you can't have personal belongings in prison.
Should we do like find a game that all of us can watch together and do like a weekly live,
I'd be
Actually,
down.
do that.
That'd be
and we'll
fun.
just rotate the channels?
I'd prefer Friday night. Then we could get Comerica Chris in here for an appearance.
Right.
That'd
Your
be
boy's busy Friday nights, but
I
it.
didn't say you had to join.
right down the middle. Come on.
Didn't say you had to join, Yost.
Friday nights, people are out games. They're out doing stuff.
Fighting words.
1-1 count.
Oh,
Strike 2.
Oh. It ain't the Bravos. But that's all right.
You guys should
Come on.
switch from Kimbrel being your closer to Gregory Soto.
No, they want to win games.
Woo! And that's, oh, crap, that's outside.
That pitch landed in Oregon.
Was that in Oregon or did that land in Russia?
uh-oh.
I'm not going into the Putin jokes again.
No, I was like thinking, I don't know, or Alaska, I don't know.
No, it was too far south. That's why I was saying Oregon.
Just a second.
Oh,
And
here's a question. Do you pronounce it Oregon or Oregon?
Oregon.
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 The town in
Okay.
Wisconsin is called Oregon, but the city is called, or the state is called Oregon. They're weird. My people are weird.
God bless Wisconsin.
That makes us awesome.
Julio fouls.
That makes us awesome.
And you guys live fairly close when you think about it to the Pentagon.
Mhm. We saw that recently.
Oh, bro, what?
I
Is there implosion
from
going on?
the last year or so.
Yeah. I was gonna say,
Is
yeah.
there implosion going on? Oh man, the Royals killer's up. Here we go.
Oh,
Wait, who?
Ramirez.
The Royals
Oh,
killer's up.
he's a Central Division killer.
You
Jose.
should have put Devin Williams in it the whole time.
Kimbrough might have to add another L to his name.
Oh,
Yeah, I think we need D-Will to come in.
Wouldn't that be something? Hasn't
Wait,
blown it. Save
they-
blows it in the All-Star game.
Can the All-Star roster DFA a guy?
Actually, since D-Will, I don't think he's technically playing. How about we bring in Corbin Burns? I think he can do something.
theoretically. Or are they
AL
saving
Central
him
killer.
in case this game goes 37 innings?
The AL Central killer. Here we go.
He won't do it. He
Two
only
on.
shows up when it doesn't matter.
I don't know. Kimbrough used to pitch in the Central.
2 on, 2
Ooh, that was
outs
a nice
here.
pitch.
Did he?
Yeah, with the White Sox.
Yeah, it's White Sox.
Oh yeah.
And he couldn't even be the closer for them.
Yeah, it was Liam. It was bad. It's like, come on now.
Poor
Called
Liam.
strike.
Liam doesn't deserve the White Sox. Give him a good team.
Wow, they said he swung on that.
Oh,
Dirt.
Wayne.
Wow.
Actually getting
Oh, he
serious.
And
Yeah.
they say he
Yeah, he
got
went.
so
He
too.
went. He went.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, he went by
Yeah.
far. By far. Are you doing like
Evie,
Hey, Evie.
the Evie stream take
You get a
over.
2.
At first, I
That
thought
was
you were doing
funny.
the Iceland clap.
1, 2.
They should fly Javi in from wherever he's at and have him do this last at bat.
Hmm.
The 1, 2.
Tony knows what's going on, and it's like, it's
Killing me?
Well, that was fun.
Hmm.
2, 2.
Swing and a miss.
Ruh-roh.
Oh,
Not safe for what? Jared.
all right,
First-
y'all. I gotta jump off because I get to work in the morning. So
And
Okay.
that's it.
Yep, and that's why you're leaving Yost, because we got
Go
ourselves a National League win.
The streak.
Go enjoy. Go
that-
enjoy some slaw as a bedtime snack.
All things must come to an end, and the AL's All-Star Game win streak did tonight. The National League 3-2
That's
Keg
crazy.
Trimble with the save. The NL with 9 hits on the day. The winning
That's
pitcher
how
for
they
a
is.
while.
follow everybody here in these squares. I'll talk to y'all soon. Y'all have a good
Yes,
night.
everybody.
Sub
Everybody.
to everyone else here.
Get Erynn to 3K. Get
Erynn, not
Baseball
Tony.
One Tripper to what's your next
3K.
milestone?
3K. We're both on the road to 3K.
And buy Zinu. If you want to bore yourself with 91,000 words about the Olympic Games, buy Greater Than the Games.
Volume 1, MK 2028.
Yep, now on Amazon and all the places where you buy books. Happy Hot Dog Day. Happy all the stuff. Happy
Oh
everything.
my gosh.
In all seriousness, though, this has been a blast.
Yes, it has been.
Thank you for taking us into the craziness that's the three of you. It's so much fun.
Oh, the thing is, that wasn't even like how crazy we can go.
Oh, we got to do these lives then. We'll pick a
So,
channel that we'll do this on next time.
Hi, Evie.
Do you want to go night-night?
Hey,
You want to go outside?
awesome.
Who
But
do we got for
seriously-
MVP?
Seriously, Erynn, Tony, this has been a blast.
Thank you. Thank you for hosting.
No
Yes, thank
problem.
you.
Anytime. We'll see if we can get some other people in the rotation as well. Absolutely.
Aiden.
For everyone involved, what should everybody do?
Like, subscribe, and hit that bell.
Ding, ding,
ding,
ding.
and follow everyone on all their social medias. And yeah, and buy books, buy whatever people are offering. So yeah.
And thank you everyone for watching. Everyone follow each other in the chat as well. Everybody. Erynn, can you do a good Ernie Harwell to take us out? That's okay.
That's perfect.
No, because I don't know what to do.
For Erynn, for Tony, for Yost, for my dad, I'm Anthony. So long from the Sorgi Sports Studios in Philadelphia. Good night, everybody.